Welcome everybody to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. I'm your host, Cody Lashley, coming back to you again with another podcast that is for Panther fans by Panther fans. That's right. If you would like to join the show, I have pinned the link to the Streamyard in the YouTube chat. It is also in the description of the YouTube and Facebook video. If you want to be a part of the conversation, then hey man, nothing is stopping you. It's the free for all, baby. Come and be a part of this. The last Friday free for all before the 2023 NFL draft, baby. We're going to be talking about, is it already a wrap? Do we know that Bryce Young is the pick? How much do these S2 scores actually matter? Who's telling the truth? Who's not? Are the Arizona Cardinals now the owners of the worst uniforms in the NFL? We're going to talk about all of that and more on today's edition of the Free For All. Hit the like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. Let me introduce some of my compatriots, my partners in crime. First up, you know them, you love them. It's C3 Panther Pickle. Pickle, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great, guys. You know what? The Cardinals just suck. Fact is, the only thing worse than a Cardinal fan is a Falcon fan. Maybe a Saint fan. Maybe a Buck fan. I don't know. Just flush the toilet and get rid of them all.
A bunch of bird brains. The lot of them, I tell you. The lot of them.
Yeah.
None
Like bird,
of them are,
all right, but I wouldn't call it brains. Like bird shit, maybe. But
I know one thing. We have a good record against the Cardinals. I mean, that is the North Carolina State bird, after all. So, yeah, they know what's up. They know what time it is.
Right.
Next up, this man is a legend of the cat calls. My man, Mike, the Supreme Leader. Mike, what's up, dog?
Man, not much, man. As per my last cat call, that was a while ago, I said I was going on hiatus. Now I'm back. We got less than a week to go. Now, I think I'm ready to talk about it.
All right. I'm happy you're ready to talk about it. I'm happy you've returned from your hiatus. The free for all is better when the Supreme Leader is present. I know that's for damn sure. Next up, my guy from Panther Central Podcast, my man, Anthony Picarillo. Anthony, what's up, big dog?
What's going on? Oh, what's going on, boys? Nothing much. Yeah, less than a week till the draft. Excited for this to be over with. So, yeah, it's pretty much it.
Almost there, dude. 6 more days, man. That's it. 6 more days. And we'll finally be able to put this to bed, at least for a little while, until Panthers find something else to piss and moan about. But appreciate having you, man. Next up, I'm going to go to my man, Kev White Chocolate Espresso. He's going to be at the draft. He's going to be presenting the number 1 overall pick. Oh, snap. What's up, Kev?
What's happening, man? Hey, Pickle, you left off a fan base, some Clemson Tiger fans. Yeah.
Shut up. I'm about to kick you off of here as fast as you came on, stupid.
if I had in college, I don't know if I'd stop. There's a lot of fast colleges. I mean, most of them's in North and South Carolina, college team-wise, but what can I say?
Yep. Next up, this man is the ultimate contrarian. My guy, Ian Ruth. Ian, what's up, dude?
Contrarian? I don't know about that, but I do know.
You know that fits.
I have not taken the S2 test, but I did take the Mensa test, and I am Mensa material, so at least there's that.
Nice. Well, if you didn't score at least a 45 on an S2 test, I don't want to talk to you, bro, because only high scores are acceptable in today's world. You know what I'm saying?
I've played my share of first-person shooter games to know that my S2 score is going to be very low. If you ever have me on like Call of Duty, your team's gonna lose.
All right, good to know. not the guy I want to call for COD. Good to know. Appreciate having you, man. Next up, my man. He's down there in Louisiana in enemy territory, so we appreciate him even double. It's my man Chad Morales. Chad, what's up, dude?
Oh, not much, guys. Just 6 more days and we can lay this to rest. I have a very unpopular take in this first round, but we can get into that later. And I'm happy to be here as always.
Hey, man, I'm happy to have you as always. And listen, man, every
And fuck
take,
the Saints.
yeah, every take, be them popular or unpopular, is welcome on the C3 Panthers podcast, baby. So we appreciate having you. Next up, my boy rocking the fresh haircut, the future and present of Panther Nation, my guy Connor. Connor, what's up, big dog?
What's up, guys? Yes, I did get a haircut. I made it out of the homeless community. I got an interview. I'm working out an interview with Bryce Young coming up here, and hopefully the next couple days I could give you his email if you would like. But yeah, not much.
Yo, Connor's a real mover and shaker out here, y'all. My man is doing it. Connor, you're the man.
Set up. I got. I'm in the process of it.
Nice. Hey, Connor, you are certified the man, brother. Happy to have you back on the Friday free for all.
Happy to be on here.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Probably gonna have to head out early because we're going out.
Hey, you're good, man. However long anybody can spend, that's all you need to do. Next up, my man, Panther Will. Will, what's up, dude? How you feeling?
What's going on, Cody? What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
You know, just getting ready for this draft, man. And ready for us to have our franchise quarterback, man. It's been too long, and I'm just ready.
That it has, man. It has been entirely too long.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, man. We definitely need to get this show on the road. But you know what? We're gonna do just that, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell if you have not done so already. Gentlemen, my first question: do we already know who the pick is? Like,
Yes.
is all the mystery gone? Is Bryce Young the number one pick? Is this already signed, sealed, and delivered? I heard Chad say no first. I'm gonna let
Yes.
Chad jump in on it.
Yes,
Go ahead,
yes.
He's up.
From the people I've talked to, yes, it is.
All right,
No,
we'll bounce around.
Sources.
We're gonna bounce around on this. Chad, you say no. Why you think no?
Okay, so I'm one of those guys that think like until the fat lady sings, everything's wide open to me. So until I hear Bryce Young is the pick, then I'm going to firmly believe that all these quarterbacks, except for Will Levis, is being considered. And I have completely done a 180 on my first pick, which was CJ Stroud, and I am jumping on the AR-15 board. I am a firm believer that dude is going to be a fucking menace in the NFL.
Traitor.
I thought he was going to say Bryce.
All right, I'm next.
Go ahead, Pickle. Get in there, Pickle. Hey, it's a free for all, baby.
Everybody months ago, there's a link in the private chat, Cody. I told everybody months ago that Hendon Hooker would be better than Bryce Young. No, I screwed up. He'd be better than Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. Now, I'm not alone in that. Many NFL scouts and GMs believe it so. And there's a possibility that there's a real possibility Hendon Hooker could come off at the earliest of 16 to the Commanders.
I'd say it goes earlier than that. Like
He may.
Like 5 to Seattle.
Yeah.
I think at the earliest he'll come off would be 11 to the Titans, because they've had him in twice.
But is it going to the Panthers?
No.
Don't
Yeah,
the Titans have?
I will
first
tell
round
you
picks,
who
though?
I will tell you who the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers is going to be.
They do, by the way.
This
They do.
time next year, we will all say the truth. Bryce Young is our man.
All right.
And
I mean, listen, that's what every
CJ
arrow
Stroud-
is pointing towards him.
CJ Stroud will drop to fifth
That's
of
a bit far.
to
Pickle.
Seattle, and
Seattle.
the Colts, because they their owner apparently scored too low on his S2 test, will draft Will Levis.
No,
Oh
Wait
man,
for it.
that's
no way.
Wait
that
for
that's a We're gonna listen. We're
predictions.
gonna get into all the CJ Stroud stuff and whether or not we buy it or not. But do any of you feel like there's any chance that it's still a smokescreen?
Hell no, bro.
That
Hell
there is
no.
still a chance at all that it could be
So-
anyone else other than Bryce. Anthony, go ahead.
You're just fooling yourself, man. At this point, there is no freaking smoke screen. The betting. Listen, the betting markets are indicating that there's a 99.4% chance that Bryce Young's the pick. Okay, Scott Fitterer already talking like he's got a nutritional plan for this dude. Now, listen, I could be wrong. Out of nowhere, they could just Bryce Young. Someone said this. He could get abducted by aliens, and we could take Anthony Richardson. But that's the only way I really see it. Other than that, I don't know. I just think he's the pick from everything I've seen.
Yeah. Go ahead, Connor.
I think that I know Bryce is going to be the pick, but I'm still having anxiety to the point where I'm happy this.
Hey, your audio's cutting out. Do you have some earbuds that you can put in? It's hard to hear you. You're about soft all of a sudden.
You can go to someone else while I'm getting these on.
All right. Yeah, who else wants to jump in on this? Mike, hey man, you've returned from your hiatus. Give me a little something, man. What are you thinking? I don't even know I don't feel like I really even know your opinion on Bryce or CJ. Where's your head at, man? What are you thinking? And what are you thinking? And what do you think the Panthers are gonna do?
Bro, I mean, when the season ended and this all started, I was on a CJ train, and at this point, you guys done came out with the tape. I've seen the tape on Bryce. The only thing that's holding Bryce down, that's ever held Bryce down, is his stature, whatever his height, whatever. But at this point, it's a done deal, man. It's Bryce Young. I'm ready for him to kind of be the anomaly, past short quarterbacks. There's never been a quarterback his size.
He's gonna be the outlier.
He's gonna be the outlier, and if he is gonna be the outlier, he's gonna be a bomb ass quarterback. I'm ready, man.
Yeah,
It's
I said
Bryce.
this on the Tuesday show, man. Going from Cam Newton to Bryce Young as the #1 overall pick for the Panthers. Man, what a difference between the two of them, huh? You know what I mean?
Man, we should do a mock draft tonight. Just a week out from the draft.
Yeah, we can do that in a little bit.
Way back in the day, there was never a guy under 6 foot that played quarterback. Till there was.
Yeah.
There was never a black starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. Till there was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
well,
But
times change.
Go ahead.
The thing is you're talking about trying to find an elite quarterback, right? There is probably 5 or 6 elite quarterbacks in the world, right? So you're looking for an outlier anyways, right? Elite quarterbacks don't come in a specific size, shape, anything else. If the question is it a done deal that we're getting Bryce? I think that's the question. All right, I think the answer is yes. I think it's a done deal. Mike K of the Charlotte Observer a couple days ago said right now it's 75%. Bryce 25%, kind of still up in the air. I think it's a two-man race between him and Anthony Richardson. And I think that race is just not close enough to be considered. I think Bryce is the pick. I think Reich loves the potential of Anthony Richardson, like we all do. But at the end of the day, Reich needs to get the guy who's going to come in and win right off the bat. That's going to be Bryce.
But can I be I totally respectfully understand Bryce is probably, in my head, Bryce is probably going to be the pick. Okay, but I'm like I said before, until his name is called, I still think it's wide open. Your statement about like I think AR is QB2. Like I really think it's between those two guys. God, I'm probably gonna get steamrolled for this, but Matt Corral has a stronger arm than this dude, and we're making him the guy. Like I'm not saying that he can't be the guy. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm not blown away by his film. I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. But like when I'm watching his film, like yeah, his processing, his pocket awareness, like yes, it's all top notch. But maybe I'm just seeing it completely different because in college, like I'll watch film and like, okay, that's a sack. Okay, that's an underthrown pass. That's a pick. You know, like I'm not like I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too far into it, but like I'm not impressed by
you echo the sentiments that a lot of people. I mean, not a lot of people, because it feels like a lot of people are in the corner of Bryce. But yeah, I mean, listen, I also agree. Does he have the arm talent that I would necessarily love from a number 1 overall pick? No. Does he have, the elite mobility that you would love from a number 1 overall pick? Yeah, maybe from inside the pocket, but he's never really going to be a true rushing threat like some of the more prototype quarterbacks are coming out through the draft. So no, I mean, dude, you're not wrong for that. A lot of the people that are not high on Bryce say the same things. Hey, my apologies to my guy Anthony. Pardon me, Evan, because I didn't give him his intro earlier, and that's 100% my fault, dude. There's like 3 different bright blue Panther logos, so my apologies, man. We got Evan Sports Talk in the building. Evan, what's up? And tell me how you're feeling, man. Is this done and over with? Or is there any chance that CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson might still be the pick?
Hey, nothing much. I'm doing good. I'm excited that it's 6 days away, and yeah, I mean, I'm staying optimistic. I think it's not chosen. I'm not going to say that I still think it's going to be Stroud. I think it's leaning more towards Bryce. But they haven't done their thing. They said that they were going to do a thing where they all don't tell each other who they want until like a week before the draft. So
like Monday or Tuesday, right?
Yeah, so like sometime, like it could have been today or it could be sometime up and coming before the draft. They're all going to sit down together and figure out who they want as the quarterback. And
I'm sorry, Evan.
That was today.
Scott Fitterer was on WFNZ just the other day.
You know what? Hold that thought, Pickle, because I've got the clip right here. Let's go ahead and
I haven't even listened to that.
Cody, you're the fucking man, dude.
I mean, hey man, I does this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Actually, can I just give a quick shout out to Cody real quick? I called him the other day, and he was so kind to answer my phone call, and it was like 5:00 in the afternoon on like a Tuesday, or Wednesday, or whatever. And I just wanted to say that, dude, Cody, you literally are the definition of keep pounding. I just wanted to throw that out there, give you
appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for all you do and allowing us to be on the platform and build relationships and friends. And, you know, a huge shout out to you.
Oh, man, you got me feeling all warm and fuzzy now, Chad. No, I appreciate you, brother. You know, I love to talk some Panthers football.
Me want to cry.
I'm happy to be happy to be hanging here with you boys and talking Panther football. Let's listen to Scott Fitterer on when they say the decision is going to be made as to who they're drafting at number 1.
We're really close. You know, we've gone through the process. We've wrapped it up with the quarterbacks that were in town, and we had 4 of them in. All 4 did a great job. Really strong interviews. I'll get together with Frank early next week, whether it's Monday or Tuesday. Talk to Mr. Tepper, and that's when the decision will come down.
So early next Tuesday, him and Frank Reich and David Tepper are going to meet up with each other and make that decision.
I would do to be a fly on the wall in that room.
So,
but like, do we believe it is the real question? Like, they're kind of doing this for mystery purposes.
Myself, I think Frank Wright's the hardest to judge who he likes. It's obvious who who Scott Fitterer likes.
Yeah, he loves
it's.
Bryce.
I mean, yeah, it's obvious to that. He can't. He sucks at lying and he sucks at covering things up. So, but Frank's more experienced, and I often wonder if it's going to come down to basically a tie, and it's up to Tepper and the other coaches to break it.
Yep. Hey,
I
let
think-
me
I think
hang on.
you-
Let me get two more people in real quick. My man Will, tell me what you're thinking, dude. Are you thinking that this is going to be it's already done and over with, or is there any chance it could be Stroud or Richardson going number one, or even a trade back? Whatever options you see available, man. Tell me about it.
Honestly, Cody, I think all of this was done when they traded up in March, to be honest. Like, I really feel like Bryce was the pick, and they went through the process. You know, they looked at everybody to see what they could offer. But I got to be honest with you, I really think it's Bryce. When you look at what he offers, like, I just can't see how. Yeah, he's smaller. We all know that, but he's arguably the best quarterback out of everybody. And for a franchise who hasn't had that franchise quarterback in quite some time, why not just make it simple and get the best quarterback? Like, yeah, we're worried about him getting an injury and all this other stuff, but it's like he's proved at every level that he's played on so far that he can play bigger than his size. So I just feel like Bryce has always been the guy. I think they kind of, considered CJ at some points, but
yeah,
I definitely think it's Bryce. But I don't think Anthony Richardson has no shot of being a Carolina Panther.
Some people have
honestly.
even said that they moved up, perhaps with the intention of drafting CJ Stroud, but along the process, Bryce Young just became undeniable and the number one, the de facto number one overall pick.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's Connor. Hey, let me read the super chat real quick. From Red Swarm with the $9.99 love bomb. He says, I'm a lifelong Falcons fan who loves listening to the C3 Panthers podcast because it's always a good listen but good content. I have to agree. Cody is 100% the fucking man. Dude, y'all trying to make me blush. I see what y'all are up to. No, I appreciate you, Red Swarm. Hey, man, I just love talking about Panthers football with my boys, man. That's what I do.
Kevin, you still there?
Yo.
Kind of. It's not really a surprising Cody gets love from a Falcon fan, is it?
Both of y'all, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up before I bounce your asses out of here, dude. I'm still the boss around these parts.
You're such a dirty bird.
Shut up, dude. Coming from a Gamecock, dude. Come on now, bro. All right, hey man, let me welcome Jay.
We can also get into that too.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about all that. All the landing spots for all the quarterbacks. I got my man Jay Stubbs in the building. Jay Stubbs, what up, big bro?
What up, Cody? My thing about the question that you opened the show with is it's no secret. I really like CJ Stroud. And of course, everybody wants to be right? We love to pick our guy in college, and we want to, pull an Anthony and pull a G baby and say, hey, we wanted this guy. So of course, we all want to be right. But when you sit down and think about it, I mean, hasn't Bryce Young been the number one pick for 2 years?
Yes,
he's the most talented. It is what it could be the wrong decision, but you got to think. I mean, this is not good. This is not easy, man. When there's talented guys there, this is a hard decision. People get it wrong all the time. People get it right all the time. But the point I'm trying to make is definitely Bryce Young. I mean, they're already probably printing jerseys out, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I wanted to say on this. When you cancel your pre-draft visits, you are told by a team that you are getting taken by them. I know everyone says, well, he knows he won't fall past 2. No, that's bullshit because the draft, nothing is guaranteed. A team's going to call. That's why I don't buy what Scott Fitterer says. He wouldn't have canceled the rest of his visits because he could have naturally slipped.
Well, Jalen Carter canceled his visits outside of the top 10. So, I mean, that's not like outside of the norm. And when Houston has basically said that Bryce is the only quarterback that we've taken, I don't like that. that could just be a business decision there. But I will say, like, the writing is on the wall, right? I mean, we can look at the visits of the quarterbacks to the Panthers facility to know who they were really invested in, right? Anthony Richardson was there for 2 days. Bryce Young was there for 2 days. CJ Stroud and Levis shared a day while Fitterer wasn't there.
Dude.
Fitterer wasn't there. Dan Morgan wasn't there, and Cole Spencer wasn't there because they were all in the press conference. That tells you what they were looking at, right?
And that's and that's why they didn't say that Bryce was the pick. They couldn't say that. Look how disrespectful that sounds. Oh yeah, we're picking Bryce Young.
And to your point,
isn't CJ Stroud and Levis visiting right now? Like, come on, this is not hard.
But to your point too is like you got to say that, because like, what if Scott's a GM in 10 years and one of these guys are a free agent? Like, what if they're good? You know, you just gotta. They gotta think about it.
Those meetings were scheduled way before, anyways. Way before the press conference.
The other thing is,
then I want to go to Connor after this. After this, I want to go to Connor.
Fitterer hasn't talked to Reich about it, and you can tell from the conversations where Fitterer's brain is at. You can tell from the conversations that Reich really likes Anthony Richardson. He brings up Anthony Richardson a lot. He says, "Man, that he's got number one pick tape. When you look at it, he's got some inconsistencies, but we can work on that, right?" So when a coach says something like that, that is kind of like okay. They bring him in for 2 days. Same with they bring in Bryce for 2 days.
Didn't Bryce only go 1 day?
No,
I thought it was only Tuesday.
Well, by the way, you're
came
allowed.
in on Monday.
They also have more interviews than they even report with one another. Like, yeah, they have the official visit that counts, but they can go somewhere else and meet with Bryce Young anytime they want to. So that's also something that you got to consider when talking about this too. I wanted to get Connor in on the conversation. Go ahead, Big Connor. Is it all a smoke screen? Is it Bryce? What are you thinking and why?
Can you guys hear my audio now?
Yeah, you still. I might be able to turn you up. Hang on.
Turn up.
All right, say something.
Hello?
Yeah, you're a little bit better. Go ahead.
All right, so here's what I think. I think it's set in stone, and I think everyone in that building, I think that it's a complete and total lie that the decision hasn't been made. I think the decision was made the day that Bryce canceled his visit, because I think that not only that, I think that Bryce Young was in the building the day that he canceled those visits. And even though, here's the thing, even though it's set in stone, in my opinion, I am having extreme anxiety, like attacks over this, to a point where I'm making up scenarios in my head where this entire trade was fake. It never happened. It was just like a fake report, and that the trade like never actually went through. I've had like 3 or 4 dreams about the draft.
Oh no!
One was that we took Will Levis. In fact, I think 2 of them were.
Oh no, that's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare, my boy.
Yeah, that's a real
One
nightmare,
was
bro.
that I completely and totally missed the draft, but yeah, I do think it's kind of set in stone. And also, real quick, I'm gonna turn on my menace mode. I'm calling someone out. There's this guy in the chat named, I believe his name is CJ. This guy is a total fake fan, total hater. He says that he will not buy a jersey if Bryce Young is a pick. He says he only wants CJ. This guy is a total CJ Stroud fan. He's not on board with the Panthers. He's a hater.
And y'all said Bryce Young fans were bad. Literally.
Hey, no, listen, I hear you.
The other day on the radio, Scott Fitterer did say CJA is right to a point, because Scott Fitterer did say that him and Frank Wright looked at each other and laughed the other day. They have a good idea who they want.
Yeah.
They just have to wait till next week to have that little meeting to verify all that. So,
yeah. So real quick, This is
Swerve
a
with Will Levis. I'm
this,
gonna
this is
break
a
that
little.
news.
Oh, I know. And yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was a nightmare, man. If they
Yeah.
drafted Will Levis
It
number
was
1,
bad.
yeah, that's a bad night, man. No matter how you slice it. This is
I also have.
yeah. No, I'm gonna go to you right after this, Chad. This is a 30-second clip of Scott Fitterer talking on the radio yesterday about Bryce Young.
All the guys actually did really well in the process. Bryce in particular did an absolutely great job with us when we sat down with dinner. Every time we talked to him, it's like talking to a 40-year-old man. I mean, his maturity, his clarity of thought, just how deep he thinks, the big picture part of it. He's got it all. You know, he's a really, really smart guy. And I said the other 3 guys are all, you know, on par with that as well. But, you know, Bryce in particular is really, really strong.
Yeah, Anthony, you're 100% right. He is such a bad liar because if you're trying to make it where you feel or you think that they're all on par with one another, then why are you making it a point to especially single out how great Bryce was in his interview? It's like, yeah, no, he cannot hide this at all if he tried. You know,
I know
realize
Fitterer
you guys
hated working for Matt Rule because Matt Rule lied all the time. And Fitterer just cannot lie. Like, if we're playing poker, I need to be playing against Fitterer.
Dude, I said I could go 8 games with Fitter and take all his money. I said that multiple times. Like,
Hey, but check this out, guys. Some of y'all Scott Fitterer haters, man. Y'all need to, you know, show some love. That was a hell of a move, man.
Oh no, I know. And the only last thing I wanted to like comment on this with is like he's telling us who the pick is without telling us who the pick is.
Exactly.
He can't actually say publicly who it is because then Roger Goodell in the league's front office gets pissed off because then the draft really starts at pick 2, which we know the draft already starts at pick 2, but because we're on Twitter and we talk to people. But like casual fans don't want to see that. They want it to be a complete surprise.
But did anybody hear what he talked about with Anthony Richardson? And like to piggyback off of, I think Ian, is that your name? I want to be 100% honest or 100% right on that.
Yeah,
that's Ian.
Okay. All right. So to piggyback off of what you talked about and alluded to earlier about how Frank Wright says that he has first round or first pick film. Okay. I don't know if I'm just reading too much into it. And, you know, y'all can have y'all's opinion, but if this dude is he's played 13 games and he already has first round or first pick film, imagine what this kid can turn into. I don't care if he reminds me of Cam Newton. I don't give a shit about the comparison. Fuck all that shit. But if he already has first round film, he's 20. He has 12 games. Yes, I get it. He's not seasoned like Bryce. I get it. But what can he become? And that if he falls and he goes to Atlanta, holy shit.
Hey, Chad, I've been saying for a while, I think Atlanta might trade up. I think they might trade up for a quarterback. Hey, real quick, Chad, come back in and come back out. You have some static in your microphone. I think if you come in and come out, that should make it better. And Connor has to get up out of here. Connor, I appreciate you, brother. And give me some final words before you jump out, man.
AJ Brooks, know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni.
Hey,
Connor put the smack down on son right there. Damn, AJ Brooks is still putting some ice on that burn, boy. What's up?
Ice up, son. Ice up.
Ice
hey,
up,
Cody.
son.
So what what he just said, I mean, that's every GM. That's every GM's that's like every GM's like wet dream. A smart, savvy, mature quarterback. Like that's what they want, bro. Like it's a dream.
Yeah, I don't see. Okay, if Anthony Richardson is the pick, I'm just going to be honest. I've heard it a whole bunch. He probably won't be ready to start till maybe next year, maybe.
That's
because
ridiculous.
just what it's the truth. You like it or not, it's the truth. Fact is,
No, it's
Scott
not.
Fitterer said the other day on WFNZ, he said, and I'll throw this out there. For those of you who keep wanting to claim Matt Corral's on the trade, but I was gonna save this to G Baby guy here, but fuck it. But he said Matt Corral looks good. And fact is, he said Matt Corral is going to compete for the job just like the rest of them.
Yeah, I tried to find that clip, Pickle. I couldn't find it.
Matt Corral. He's trying to trade Matt Corral.
Why?
Because
I
we're
mean,
drafting the franchise
I
quarterback.
want a legit reason. Because you know as well as I do. Okay, you're going to have 3 quarterbacks on your roster. That's just a fact. Fact is, most teams may have 4, one on the practice squad. But
let me add on to Pickle's argument real quick again. If Miles Sanders came out and said that we're going to be running a lot of RPO type stuff, well, Matt Corral fits an RPO system way
That's
better.
all he ran, Cody.
Right, way better than Andy Dalton does. Now, and look,
imagine Andy Dalton running an RPO. Yeah,
right. Now, look, if they end up trading him,
PJ not on the.
If they end up trading him, fine, they trade him.
PJ's a backup for the Chicago Bears.
But the point is that you have a young player who is athletic, who apparently is 220 pounds now, who has a very fast, zippy throwing motion. I would at this point, especially knowing that we played 3 quarterbacks last year on our janky ass turf, like why would you not want to have that insurance policy? But
yeah, and
that's just me.
And the 49ers ran out of quarterbacks, so that's also something to consider.
Yeah,
you can just sign another quarterback and get a pick for Matt Corral.
Right.
What pick? If you're real lucky, if you're extremely lucky, you may get a 7th round pick 2 years from now for Matt Corral.
Go ahead, Ian. Let me let Ian defend himself. Go ahead, Ian.
So you traded away all of this draft capital in DJ Moore for a franchise quarterback. He's not going to be competing with Matt Corral. We can nip that in the bud right there. And then you had one of the worst trades to trade up to get Matt Corral. As it becomes to, like, if we're talking about value, you just have to save face and get some type of value back for him, because he's never going to see the field. You are going to have your franchise quarterback. There is no reason why you don't get the most value that you can out of somebody who is young. He's been in an RPO system. He has this blah blah blah. You need to get the value out of him because he's never going to play.
Y'all see what's going on in
San
Francisco right now?
How do you know he's never
top 3?
Wait.
You know, quarterbacks cost
hold
like
on.
$10 million, right?
Wait, what's going on in San Francisco right now? Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Top 3 pick is getting traded away for Mr. Irrelevant.
Exactly.
Potentially.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, and this time, the day after the draft, did anybody even give a damn who Brock Purdy was?
No. And you know what, Pickle? I'm glad you say that. Even Kyle Shanahan didn't know what he had in Brock Purdy, because there was no way in hell they had any intention of playing their 3rd round quarterback at all this year. They did it because they fucking had to.
He's a 6th round quarterback.
That's the difference.
Right.
He was the last pick in the draft, Cody.
But right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no one had, to everyone that's like, oh, they knew that Brock Purdy was going to be great. Hey, maybe they liked him, but they didn't know that he was going to be able to come in and do that. Even with all the S2 score stuff.
They did have off-season workouts a few weeks ago at Bank America Stadium. Matt Corral was there. He was fine. He was throwing for him. The new coaches have already seen him throw. So I just think it's incorrect and kind of self-righteous to say that just dump him and move on. If you don't like him, that's cool. There's players
You
on
traded
the Panthers.
two first-round picks and your best wide receiver
but
for
that's
a
not the point,
franchise
though.
So did Mike
But that's not the
Shanahan when
point.
he traded for RG3. It ain't the first time they've ever did that. How
Trey
much did
Lance.
they give up for Trey Lance?
And
Three
the thing
firsts.
that we're saying is that Matt Corral fits this offense better than Dalton does. Let me
So
let
you
wait,
are-
wait,
you are
time out.
saying-
Hold on. Let me let Anthony's been waiting to jump in. Go ahead, Anthony.
Oh no, I just wanted to say that this argument is completely pointless because Matt Corral isn't seeing the field regardless. Unless
Exactly.
like literally
Okay. I'm gonna
Don't
take off
jinx
the
us,
gloves
bro.
here, folks.
Damn.
I'm not
gonna
I'm
take-
just
I'm gonna take-
Hold on.
I think
Let
49ers
him
hold on,
finish.
hold
Let
on.
him
last year was
finish.
You
Brock
guys
Purdy.
okay. I get it, but you can't. I just looked at the free agent quarterbacks. You can go sign another guy if you're so worried that we're going to be down to our third string regardless. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Ian's right. You traded all this stuff for Matt. You traded two picks
What
for
are you
Matt
hoping
Corral.
to get in return for Matt Corral?
Who knows? He's an unknown. Maybe a team will take a flyer
Right. So
on
then,
him.
why? So this is my
peanut butter
point.
sandwich.
Right. So this is my point. Why? So you're gonna tell me that some 7th round pick that we'll get in 2024 is more value to the Panthers right now than a young, capable quarterback? Like,
How do
yeah,
you
you
know
traded
it's a
up to number one,
I
but
mean,
it's still ignoring the fact that we played 4 quarterbacks last year.
Was a future 7th round pick was that more of a value to us than holding on to Will Greer and then cutting him after he never saw
Matt
the
Corral's
field?
better than Will Greer.
Listen, we
though.
drafted
Matt
long
Corral-
snappers in the 7th
Matt
round.
Corral is night and day better than Will Greer ever was, dude.
We
And
drafted long snappers.
I'm looking forward to see that get proved. But hey, man, like to me, I agree with Pickle. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Pickle.
I don't know.
right. His this year, just this season, his cap number is $1.1 million, Matt Corral. So you're going to cut him, pretty much pay him what's left over in his contract, and then pay another backup third stringer sometime in the future more, just so you can feel good about yourself and tell them to go take a hike. What did you do? Piss in somebody's Cheerios?
And by the way, like
Bryce Young is 5'10" and an eighth. If he's the guy, Bryce Young is 5'10" and an eighth, and he's 190 pounds. The chances of him staying completely healthy his rookie season is completely asinine. Now you're talking about the other old guy who ain't even remotely mobile, and you're thinking that he's going to stay healthy all year. If Bryce Young can't stay healthy, you're damn sure know that other dude ain't going to stay healthy. Anthony Dalton ain't going to stay healthy. You're going to play quarterbacks.
You don't keep a quarterback that has no NFL experience, that can't see the field, that also always gets injured as your insurance. No, you bring in a veteran quarterback. No, they bring in veteran quarterbacks.
You said Matt Corral.
No, hey, look, I let you talk, Pickle. I let you talk. Pickle, I let you talk. Right? Okay. You bring in veteran quarterbacks. That's why Nick Foles still has a job. Right? That's why Josh McCown had a job for 50 years. You bring in veteran quarterbacks to back up your rookie quarterback or your young quarterback because they have the experience, and because those rookie quarterbacks, those young quarterbacks, can go to the sideline. They can say, hey, what's going on here? What do you see here? And if they get injured, they have experience to come into the game and run the offense right away. Matt Corral has no experience. It makes no sense.
Listen. We're both arguing in a circle because technically both of you are right to a degree. Matt Corral has never proven anything, and no, he is in the plans for absolutely no one here in Carolina. Still, I don't think that you or Anthony have made a point that trumps the fact that we played 4 quarterbacks last year, and you have a guy that is better suited to run the offense than Andy Dalton is at 39 years old or whatever the hell he is right now. Like, we're going around in circles. to me, the only reason you're going to trade Matt Corral is if you're getting like a 5th round pick, and I don't think you're going to get that from him.
Okay, hold on. Just let me hold on. First off, the idea that Bryce Young can't like hold up, he's only proven that he can hold up so far. So I don't like that argument. Secondly, if a team does offer you a 5th round pick for Matt Corral, are you going to keep him on the roster because you're going to need him to play eventually? No, that's not what you hope for. You can just sign another guy. If Matt Corral probably doesn't even want to be here as a 3rd string quarterback.
I mean, where is he going to go be a starter somewhere else?
There's other teams that he could go compete for. Like he could go compete at Tennessee.
What other team?
Green Bay.
For all my argument, if whoever, say the Texans or Long John, whoever the hell it is, wants to call and give me a 5th round pick for Matt Corral, he's gone.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
But let's be real.
Yeah,
let's,
You're not
going to
get
real. It's completely asinine to think you're going to get anything more than a late 7th round pick, if that much, for a guy, as you said, who has no NFL experience.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm 100%.
Hold up. So you are.
I'm 100% on Pickle's side.
At the same time,
100%
that Matt Corral has no value at all. But
Anthony joined the party.
At the same time saying you have to keep him on the roster because he has so much value. Like
but Ian, just because he hasn't had the chance to prove his value doesn't mean that he doesn't have any. That's the whole point. Yeah, right now.
For?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me. Okay.
There's no point to cut him.
If you can trade him to Jack B. Nimble, whoever the fuck it is, and get a 7th round pick, and you want to pick up a rookie quarterback this year that they like, that's cool. I'm all for it. If you have an undrafted rookie that you see in free agency after the draft and you want to bring him in and cut him, that's fine. But just to cut him just for the hell of it, that sounds more like
that sounds more like
Bryce Young fans are scared that Matt Corral's going to challenge their boy. Because let's be honest,
you're missing
he weighs more than Matt, he weighs more than Bryce Young, and he's taller than Bryce Young.
You're having a different conversation now.
The
original conversation was why is Scott Fitterer talking up Matt Corral? I said
trade value
up Matt Corral because they want to trade him. And you just said, yes, if you could get a 7th round pick, then you trade him. So we're on
he can talk about
we're on the same
he
side.
can talk about him. He can talk about him until he's blue in the face. Nothing Fitterer says is going to increase Matt Corral's trade value. And you just said why, Ian? We have not seen him play. So no one is going to give up a premium draft pick of past the 6th round for a player that they've never seen play. You're not going to get the value. He's on a rookie deal. You might as well keep him. That's the only point. Look, I don't even want to get stuck on Matt Corral.
I just have one last thing to say.
Yeah,
Happy
go ahead,
holiday,
Anthony.
boys.
All this bullshit about how he weighs more than Bryce Young, he's taller. Yeah, then why isn't he going number 1 overall?
I don't even want to not to
exactly. So get it off.
It's not even a good fucking question. You fell for a bunch of different reasons. Matt is a bigger arm and he has a bigger quarterback, and we're gonna see what they look like when they're throwing next to each other in training camp.
Well, I don't think anybody like Anthony. I don't think anybody here is saying that Matt Corral is on Bryce Young's level. I think what Pickle
Cody
is saying
does.
is that
yeah, Cody sure as hell does.
Cody is a special breed. I think Pickle was saying that. Well, Pickle was originally saying that.
Just look at my profile
picture. Was talking him up because he's
Yo,
doing great.
Some assholes.
But I do agree that you just don't cut Matt Corral. The original conversation was like we're trying to boost his his stock so that we can trade him. That was the original conversation.
I'm just saying
that makes the most sense.
You never know with quarterbacks, bro. It's the trickiest thing in the world, dude.
Yeah. Hey, first I gotta welcome my man, G Baby, into the motherfucking
G Baby needs
stream.
his own fucking theme song, bro. Like straight up, like he needs like Darth Vader or something.
G.
What's up, boys?
What up, G?
What up, dog?
What's
What's going on, baby?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on, motherfucking dogs?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. I mean, hey, I was thinking about something, G. You know, you traditionally you have not been a fan of Scott Fitterer. Well, are you gonna give my man some credit if he drafts Bryce Young number 1 overall?
Bruh, if he drafts Bryce the Truth Young overall, I'll take him out to dinner.
Yo. Pause.
There you go, Anthony.
Where you want to go, Fit? We can go anywhere you want, G. On me, baby.
You take me to dinner.
Pause, bro. Damn. All right. I mean, hey, I hear you, man. Look, it seems like right now Bryce is a done deal. And if it's Bryce, hey, man, I'm not pulling against the dude. That's some sucker shit. I'll never, ever pull against whoever the Panthers draft number 1, bro. Straight the fuck up. I don't know. To me, I'm going to say this. We have the best quarterback room in all of football going into next season. With Bryce Young, Andy Dalton, and Matt motherfucking Corral. Yeah, man, we got something good to look forward to, bro.
And we got the clan of Atlanta Falcon Cody's.
I'm about to kick all y'all's asses off of here, bro. Y'all some fucking trolls, man. Jeez.
We be trolls.
No, straight up. Hey, I'm gonna, so in a minute, I'm probably gonna have to filter some people in and out. We got people that are trying to join, but no, I mean, is there anyone else on here?
G-Baby got that look in his eyes, boy. Damn.
Bro, he's off that wet right now.
Hey, all I gotta say, boys, it's been a beautiful day today. It's been a long day at work. You dig? Your boy is back, and we gonna get this party started. So, who wants to go first?
I mean, what you mean?
I mean, who wants to get the smoke first? I don't give a fuck who wants to go. Who wants to go first?
All right, I'm up. What's up?
Actually, I want to save the best for last, so you got to go last, G. Where's Baby Pickle at? I want to go at Pickle with. Where you at, Pick? You yeah. Turn that camera on, Brett. Yeah, I got a little something for you tonight, G.
Yeah. Pickle.
Don't sing it, bring it.
Hey, you think we gotta keep Pee Wee? What's wrong with you, Pickle?
At least till training camp.
Come on, bro. You didn't get ass last night. You didn't get no ass last night. Why you wake up on the right side of the bed today, G?
What are you gonna get for Matt Corral? A 7th round pick 2 years from now?
Bro, I'm cool with a 5th round pick for Matt. I'm cool with a 6.
No one
Pickle, I've been listening to you fucking talk. I've been listening to you talk, Pickle. You fucking listen to me, G.
No, shit, that ain't never happened.
Called him out.
That ain't never happened today since we've been here.
Why not get a fucking Pickle? Why not get what we can out of Pee Wee, bro? Why keep Pee Wee on the roster? What? For what? For moral support?
Facts.
You gonna go fucking slap Bryce Young in the ass saying, hey, good job, you took my fucking job?
Okay, G, let me ask you this, okay?
Get him.
Let's be real. Let's be take the glove off. Let's be real. If you were going to trade Matt Corral right now, and you called every single head coach and GM in the entire NFL and said, "What will you give us for this 3rd round pick we spent last year on this quarterback who spent his rookie year on IR, and even the few preseasons he played, he sucked." Do you really think they're going to say a 5th round pick, a 7th round pick? They would give you a nice pick, but we don't got them anymore. Now, let me finish. Or do you take your chances, since you ain't gonna get nothing now? You take your chances, let him go through training camp, go through preseason, let him show everybody what you can do in preseason. We all know there's been quarterbacks who showed out in a preseason or showed out in training camp, and the team actually gets something for them, right? Why not? I'm not saying keep him for his entire career. I'm not saying keeping him for 10 years. Think a little bit. Let him build up his value in training camp and preseason so you can actually get maybe a conditional 7th round pick.
And by the way, you gotta stop calling him Pee Wee G. Especially now that Matt is 30 pounds heavier than Bryce. But you gotta quit that Pee Wee shit, bro. If anybody's Pee Wee is Bryce, okay? Matt's 3 inches taller and 25 pounds heavier. Like, that's crazy, bro. The Pee Wee gotta stop. Now, look, man. See, G does this shit to me every time, bro. He tries to come in here and make it seem like we all hate Bryce Young. Bro, I don't hate Bryce. Bryce does some special ass things. But, he is not going to have the best arm between him, Andy Dalton, and Matt Corral. He'll probably have the 3rd biggest arm between the 3 of them.
And nobody gives a shit.
And that's not even a shot. All right, you don't pretend like that shit don't matter.
I don't. There's a reason he's going number 1 overall. I really don't.
Kellen Mond has a bigger arm than anybody that we've talked about.
And where is he? Where is he?
And nobody.
He's a 3rd or 4th string quarterback, I think, on the Browns. I liked him when he first came out, and when he got cut by the Vikings because the head coach. Because apparently he pissed in the head coach Cheerios or some shit before the previous head coach, and he got cut at training camp or right at final cuts. Like, wouldn't shock me for Matt Corral to get cut there if he gets cut there, but it would be asinine to think you're going to get anything now. I mean, folks, I'm going to say this on Madden. You can do this. I'm not going to lie. Just the other day, I'm in the middle of my final preseason game. I traded Matt Corral for a 3rd-round pick to some idiot team. It's just fact. On Madden, you can do everything. But this ain't Madden. You don't always get something for on Madden. You can take 3 trashy players and get a 6th-round pick for them.
Pickle. This is called the NFL. This is called the fucking NFL, not sports law, G. So guess what, Pickle? Guess what? I got something for you, G.
Pickle.
You're not trading Matt Corral right now for
Why would you keep him?
Cody, I just
want to. What do you want to do? Just cut him?
I want to trade him, bro. Pickle, we have so many holes on this team, right? Why not trade him for a 5th-round pick, G?
That was never.
Are you not listening?
Hold up, one at a time. Everybody's listening to this. People.
And when the fuck are we gonna talk about Mr. 18%?
Cody, I just want to.
Never the conversation.
I just want to bring.
We'll go to Anthony, and then I'm gonna play. We'll go to Anthony. Hold up, y'all. We'll go to Anthony, then I'm gonna. We'll go to Anthony, then I'm gonna play this clip, and I'll open it back up. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I just want to, after you done doing your business with the clips and like that, I just want, eventually I'll share my screen. I just want you to show you guys this one throw from Bryce Young and tell me how weak his arm is. Like what would you say about this throw? So that's all I wanted to say.
And this is my thing, Anthony. This is my thing, bro. All you motherfuckers, bro. Every single motherfucker in here, I don't know if you have or if you want, but I got the fucking receipts on some of you motherfuckers, bro. You guys have shit on this man for fucking 6 months. And then the day of the draft, you're going to fucking tell me, we got to pull for the fucking QB because we fucking drafted him. No, fuck that shit. I want you guys to keep that same fucking energy until you fall in love with the Pickle. I don't want to hear from you, baby Pickle. You've been talking enough, bro. And that goes for all you motherfuckers, bro.
But this is what you're not understanding. He has to prove it first. And you're all completely dismissive of the fact that there are some real concerns about Bryce Young's game, just like there are every other quarterback in this year's draft.
Hey, guess what? He's not the safe pick. He's the right pick, motherfucker. He ain't the safe pick. He's the right pick.
Well, and look, here's everybody's talking about, you'll be able to beef him up another 10, 15 pounds. This is what Fitterer had to say about the potential of him adding on more weight. This was from the press conference.
His lower body has gotten bigger. He's put on a lot of mass down there. A lot of times quarterbacks don't want to lift upper body because you get a little bit bound up. But there's some things he's going to naturally put on size as he ages as well. Again, going back to Russ, I think he came out at 200, maybe he might have been 206 pounds. He's at 220.
I got you, Matt.
I mean, guys just grow.
Evan.
that's something he can control, and that's something we can help him with. We can't control the height.
Now, again, I don't know necessarily how much I believe the fact that he's going to get a lot bigger. He just doesn't really have the type of frame for it. And I'm not even saying I'm mad at that. He might be a better player at like 190 pounds. But, you know, it's all going to be dependent upon, you know, if he's able to carry functional weight.
That's the only complaint I have, bro. It's not even a complaint.
Yeah.
It's just a concern. It's like, dude, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. To me, it's just like, I'm not saying he can't do it. It'd be unprecedented, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, and people trying to make it sound like to even have that kind of concern about Bryce is like, oh, you're hating on him or all this type of shit. It's like, that's not true. Go ahead, Evan.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about the Matt Corral thing. I just want to say that one thing that I've heard from somebody, they said that one thing that Carolina could do with Matt Corral is they could develop him into a serviceable backup behind whoever a QB is. And some of you might not think that makes sense. I mean, to be honest, with how the Niners situation was last year, there's a reason to have it maybe 3 or 4, 1 on the practice squad, not 4 on the roster, but 1 on the practice squad. But to be honest, I mean, I could see him becoming a serviceable backup behind Matt Corral, or not Matt Corral,
like a
Bryce
Taylor
Young
Heineke,
or
bro.
any of them.
Yeah.
What was that?
Like a
He's
Taylor
like
Heineke. We should have
Yeah,
kept him.
exactly. And the thing is,
just
too,
stop using the 49ers and their offense.
it's the truth. Who else?
Yeah, but
it's the truth, though.
Their
What's the point of not
system
using it when
leads
it's the
to
truth?
injuries. Their system leads to injuries, right? You saw the same injuries in Miami.
Cooper
right?
Rush last year filled in
I
for like
got you,
3 games, didn't he?
Yep, that's true for the Cowboys.
The Ravens in the playoffs.
You saw the same.
Tyler Huntley.
You saw the same injury history in Washington when Shanahan was there. You saw the same injury history in Cleveland when Shanahan was there. That offensive system just leads to more injuries because of the things that the quarterback is asked to do, right? So that's not a normal situation, and that's not a normal case for Reich, right?
There can be
I
freak
mean, Purdy
injuries,
got
though.
hurt in the pocket just throwing it.
Yeah, and again,
It's the NFL, man. I don't know what everybody's so mad about.
Nobody is going to know what we have with Matt Corral until he starts getting some opportunities. Now,
Where the fuck is he going to get the opportunities if we're drafting a franchise guy?
Hey, you know what?
Stupid.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
So fucking stupid.
Time out. You know what? Wait, hold up, Pickle.
What the hell you're saying?
Wait. Hold up, Pickle. I'm going to read this super chat from D'Angelo that says, G-Baby says shit that makes me question his football IQ. You're not getting the 5th or 6th round for Matt Corral. There you go. Now I'm unmuting everybody.
Can I show the clip?
Is that we should have kept
Send it to
him
me first,
in
Anthony.
Boston and developed him and gave him a chance because we didn't know what Cam Newton was going to be. That is the same exact conversation we're having right
Same
now.
fucking thing. The exact same fucking thing. You are so stupid.
Wait, Ian, say that.
I mean, we did keep Clausen, though.
So we would take Cam Newton #1 overall to be a backup?
So, no.
Exactly.
You guys aren't listening to what he's saying.
Ian, say it over.
What I'm saying is
like.
you guys are saying, well, we have to give Matt Corral a chance, right? That's like saying, well, we just drafted Cam Newton, but we have to give Jimmy Pickles a chance here. We have to give Jimmy
We saw
Clausen
Jimmy
a chance.
Pickles play.
No, you don't have to give him a chance.
We saw Jimmy play.
I mean, they kept him on the roster, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't trade him away.
Not for long.
I'm just saying. Yeah, they gave him 2 or 3 years to see how good he was.
It's not even saying that. It's not even saying you're going to give Matt Corral a chance over Bryce. It's saying that it's more beneficial to have a young, cheap quarterback on the roster in case something happens to your unprecedentedly small first round.
Didn't we just give Andy Dalton the fucking bag to be a fucking vet in this fucking league, bro? I don't understand what you're saying, bro. What are you saying, bro?
Andy Dalton's not running no fucking.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with Andy Dalton, a well-known fucking vet, than fucking Matt Corral that's coming off fucking injuries. You're not making sense to me, bro.
Why not go Matt
We're
Corral
paying
over
Andy Dalton a good amount of fucking money to be a vet.
Matt Corral over Bryce Young then?
Cody.
If he has all this experience and shit, why is he not going over
Why
Bryce?
are you so worried about Matt Corral?
Nobody.
We gotta get the trade, bro. We got holes to fill.
We just have this pointless ass fucking argument because Cody has a foot fetish for Matt fucking Corral. That's
It's crazy to me. This is a QB that was injured all through college, came into the league, got injured through the fucking preseason, couldn't even make it to the regular season, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Let me introduce someone. I'm gonna let Ian go, and then I'm gonna introduce someone. Go ahead.
So Cody, that's where I disagree. Nobody.
Is he on mute or is he just pretending?
Nobody gets an inexperienced quarterback to be the backup for a young rookie quarterback. Like that's not how you develop a quarterback. That's not how you have a successful franchise. You bring in somebody like a Matt Moore to Patrick Mahomes, right? You bring in somebody that can be behind them, that has the experience, that has played, and that can say, hey, Bryce, I've been in that situation before. This is how you navigate it, right? Whether it's, hey, I've been in that situation before. I did this and I fucked up. Don't do that. Or I've been in that situation before. This is what I did and it was successful. You don't have a quarterback that doesn't have any experience as your backup. That's not a successful way to develop your franchise quarterback. It's a successful way to make Cody happy because he loves Matt Corral.
Well, who trades for that quarterback though?
That's my point. They just
want him cut just to prove a point. That's all it is. The next subject.
That's what I'm saying, man. Go ahead,
Who
Chad.
trades for that quarterback though? If that's so inexperienced rookie quarterback.
Just a curiosity, like we talk Andy Dalton. And I'm not like jumping on board with this whole conversation, but I'm just kind of stating the obvious. How long did we sign Andy Dalton for?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah,
okay.
2 years.
So 2 years down the line, okay, he's probably going to leave or retire. He had a pretty decent career, and we'll thank him for his service. But, in 2 or 3 years, who's going to be Bryce? Who's going to be Bryce Young's backup? Who's going to be Anthony Richardson's backup?
The long snapper. The long snapper.
It's just curiosity. Because we're talking right now, and but who is going to be the backup? And if Matt Corral's in the system already, Frank Wright's going to be there. Probably, hopefully, he's going to know the system. So it's kind of like a give and pull kind of thing, in my opinion. You could probably trade him, get something, whatever. I personally would like to keep him, but that's just me. Not saying that he's going to play because he probably won't. But in 2 years, when Andy Dalton's gone, who's going to be the guy behind Bryce Young or whoever it may be?
I don't have a problem keeping him. I just don't know why he's part of a conversation at all. That's the thing. Like when actual franchises draft franchise quarterbacks, they don't have a conversation about a quarterback that's never going to see the field.
Y'all are the ones that are trying to trade him for. Y'all are the ones talking about trading him for a 5th round pick that you're never going to see.
I never said that. Ditching in my last effort.
Never going to see.
I want to get off this conversation. Anthony, you said that you had a video of a Bryce Young throw.
Let's do that.
Wait, Cody, did you want me? I sent it in the private chat. Did you want me to send you it in case we don't get demonetized? Is that why?
Well, anytime we play footage from the broadcast, it always gets. See if you can find it on Twitter.
Them algorithms are like that, Cody.
No, dude. If we play anything from anything from CBS, NBC, Fox, even if it's like 15 seconds,
it's curtains.
They take our shit, bro. Hey, real quick, hold up. I want to welcome Poppin to the stream. Poppin's been waiting here for a minute, bro. Poppin, what's up, B?
Oh my god. What's up with y'all, man? Welcome to the C3 free for all.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. Hey, man, I'm sorry it took me so long, man. Jump in on this convo, dog.
Nah, I wanted to excuse me when
Yeah.
I go through the smoke screens.
I like that. I like that.
There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of passion that I see out here. I love it. I truly, really do love it. I also have been paying attention to just about everything y'all have been doing too. I know that Cody played a clip earlier about how Fitterer was talking about Bryce Young and his intangibles and things of that nature. He also went on there and was talked about AR as well. And he said a key word in there, and I don't know if you have the clip, but I'm pretty sure you can find it on Twitter because that's where I seen it as well. He said he's not scared. He's not scared to go get a guy like that. So that's the first time I've heard Fitterer really say anything about Richardson in a while. Even in his press conference with the rest of the staff, he talked about everybody else but Anderson, which if we're gonna go off smoke screens, the least talked about, the one that's flying underneath the radar, wouldn't it be him? My other number 2 point is, if you want to run an RPO system, Dan Orlovsky came out with his co-hosts and said if any rookie quarterback, because they're not used to the defense and how fast the defense is and the speed of the game, they're gonna have to use their athleticism, right? So I know that Bryce can use his athleticism, but how much of it can he stand up tall through 17 games? Well, when you have a person like Anderson Richardson with the elite athleticism that he is, and that tries to throw the ball, try to be a pocket passer, he's not just a straight run type of guy, one look read type of guy, why wouldn't you bring him in? Then when you look at Andy Dalton's interview, and what Fitterer also said, we brought him in to win games. That means that's telling you no matter who the rookie is, until they feel like they're very comfortable with him, he will sit behind Andy Dalton before they push him out there. So you look at the press conference. Hold on. When you listen to the press conference of Andy Dalton, he's already accepted his role. He's saying, hey, I came here to win games. How do you win games? You got to be on that field to win games. And Fitterer also repeated and backed him up when he said it too. So I'm just saying, there's some nuggets out there that everybody's breezing over because they're so hyped about these two other light-skinned players compared to the one who's flying underneath the radar.
Well, Fitterer also said too that you need to get a guy in there and develop him, like a Josh Allen or like a Jalen Hurts. If there's a Josh Allen or a Jalen Hurts in this draft, it is Anthony Richardson. But that exact the fact that his name wasn't brought up at all in the press conference is something that I was actually talking to Cody about before this all started. Is like either that is like a tell that they're keeping something close to the chest, or they have just completely wiped him out of like actual conversation.
Now, Ian, let me ask you a question.
But we won't see that.
Ian, I want to ask you a question real quick. Your boy Cody from C3 Podcast, he tweeted, and I quote, "Twitter streets are saying that Anthony Richardson has bought a condo in Charlotte, North Carolina." Now, if you know, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. Your boy Cody lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's big. Sheena Quick also said that the Carolina Panthers, from quote unquote she hearing, told Anthony Richardson to start looking for a place. A week later, Cody tweeted that. Now I'm just saying, these are my sources.
Yeah, I heard that from a few different people.
These are my sources.
I heard that from a few different people too, bro.
From a standpoint of who I want as a quarterback, I want Anthony Richardson.
Me too.
I actually think he is the safest pick in the draft when you look at the coaching staff that we have assembled, and where his deficiencies lie.
Yes, sir.
But
this gentleman, okay,
it's going to be Bryce Young.
Who are we to question the great Cody? Okay,
I mean, you know.
Okay.
See, man, at least somebody pays me some respect on this motherfucker, bro. Not like these other idiots posting some old ass pictures and shit. Yo, you the man, Pop. You my guy, dog. I don't care what nobody's saying. So look, I'm gonna play this clip. My man Big John from One Carolina. He was in the chat. He said if I speed it up to 1.25, it would be all right. So Anthony, this better be an incredible throw right here, brother.
No. This isn't it. This is it. You have to go to 8 minutes, 18.
But then you have to send me that shit.
Man,
I did send you.
Bro.
I literally played the clip that you sent me.
Yes, I had it at 8 minutes and 16 seconds.
That's not the one that you send another one. That was on 2
my boy,
minutes and
what the
30 something seconds. Yo, it's throwing a bubble screen, bro. Yo, don't blame me, bro. I played the clip that you sent me. That's where.
Okay,
it was
here it is. Here it is.
timestamped.
Here it is. Can I send it through? I found it on Twitter.
Yeah,
Can I send it? Okay, I'll send it.
I mean, if it's the Kansas
Hey,
State,
can
bro,
I ask you guys something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask this question real quick, G. Cam Newton took 2 teams to undefeated seasons through college. Okay, both national titles. Okay, he went on to win the Heisman. Okay, and then he was the first pick of the NFL draft. He won the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, he took us to the playoffs multiple times. He won us an NFC Championship. He went to the fucking Super Bowl and he won the MVP. AR didn't do shit in college. Okay. So you're trying to tell me AR that didn't do shit in college is going to come into the NFL and do everything that Cam Newton just did? Come on, bro. Y'all
That's not how it works, though, bro.
Y'all out of your mind.
Yeah, time out. Let's chat.
I want to jump
Wait, hold on. Time out.
Baker Mayfield won a Heisman, B.
Everybody,
that's not the
time
same.
out. Hold up, time
That's
out.
not the same, bro.
Yo, time out.
Anthony Richardson Boston.
Let Chad. No, Chad's up on deck, man. Let me let Chad go. Go ahead, Chad.
Okay, G, I completely understand where you're coming from. Okay, I hear you and I understand you. So my thing is our head coach has said that he has first round or first pick talent. Okay, that's a given.
Everyone says that about every prospect in the draft, bro.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
Listen, bro. And I talked about this earlier. He's only played 13 games, and the kid already has first round talent.
First pick.
First pick talent. Thank you. So if I saw a video and they described him as a Rubik's Cube. Once he figures it out, the dude is going to be a monster. That I firmly believe that. I think we all can believe that. But if
you figure it out.
That's it, bro.
Everyone is just assuming he's going to turn into
everybody.
You want to set the franchise back another 5 to 6 years? That's what you want to fucking do, bro?
This was literally
that could happen with
It's
any
like
of
when
these
you
guys.
have an opinion, when you have an opinion and people disagree, you're automatically wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just stating that no, I don't want our franchise to be set back. That's absolutely not true. But I'm just stating obvious facts. If he figures it out, and he's shown a lot through 13 games. Yeah, he has some bad miscues. He's inconsistent.
What has he shown through 13 games? What has he shown, bro? What has he shown?
G-Baby, hold on. This is my only thing.
Yards against Tennessee.
Hold on. This is my only thing.
I can throw out some stats because I follow the tape for you.
This is how I look at it. Scott Fitterer's on the hot seat. Okay, he just is. They cannot take that risk as much as that's why the foreman Rush said, Kevin said, his source says it's 60% Bryce and 40% Anthony Richardson, because there's people in the building that want Anthony Richardson. The coaching staff that just came in probably does. And then there's a couple people that there's probably just majority, like Tepper wants to win now. Fitter wants to win now. I like Anthony Richardson. I really do. But there is no guarantee that he figures it out.
There's no guarantee.
Neither does Bryce Young.
That's a blanket statement.
But
can I push back on? Hold on. Can I push back on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna make it real quick.
Go
You're saying you can't take a risk on somebody who needs a little more time. They already proved that he has the brain. He already has nailed the
A little more time. We're talking 2 to 3 years, not just 1 year.
Let him finish.
I'm making quick points because I'm gonna say stuff real quick. For one, you're not going to the Super Bowl this year, so you can cut that shit out. Number two, if you get Bryce Young, you're gonna have to mock your draft a little bit different too, because you need some offensive linemen. You don't have to do that right away with Anthony Richardson because of his athletic ability. Number three, your GM already said that he's not scared of taking a risk. Now you're going to go get the smallest quarterback ever in history, the man, to come play midget football in the NFL, and you talking about taking risk?
That is a great point, man. Y'all talking about taking a risk. Like, it's a risk drafting a 5'10" quarterback.
So it's a risk with any quarterback.
Right, that's the point. There are risks involved.
Quarterback is going to hit. Nobody ever knows until you play.
Chad, that's my whole point, I think, bro.
There are risks involved to all of them, and that's what you have to take into consideration. There's risk to Anthony Richardson only playing 13 starts. There's also fucking Bryce being like 5'11". So
why haven't we talked about Mr. 18%? Y'all are so fucking funny to me. Y'all are funny to me. Y'all are Kim flip flopping, dick jumping motherfuckers, bro. Y'all are so funny. Let's go jump on to the AR, bro. Now, y'all a bunch of bitches, dog.
On mute, and this is the throw that Anthony wanted to show Bryce. Big time throw.
It's a big time throw.
It's a 59-yard throw. He
Didn't
puts
Matt
a lot
throw like a similar throw or a deeper throw?
Yeah, he did. And
That's not the point of the argument. I was just saying.
I don't want Anthony Richardson.
I'm
by the
just
way.
saying.
So
I'm not trying to argue against him. I'm just saying.
And that's the beauty of it. Everybody can pick whoever they want to pick. You know, that's because we haven't been in this position in 11 years.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, hey, choose whoever you want to choose. If we get Bryce Young, I'm cool with Bryce Young. My thing is, if we're running an RPO, how many hits are he gonna be able to take in running an RPO? Because you are subjecting your quarterback to get hit in that type of RPO system. Now, if we all saying we watch football, why y'all not taking point of that into like consideration?
I don't think we're running. I don't think we're
G-Baby, you're on mute, bro.
G-Baby, you're on mute. I think people are getting this whole RPO wrong.
We're not going to be running the quarterback a lot. But if you're talking about handing the ball off or throwing the ball, that's what we're going to be doing a lot.
You got to give me more than if he figures it out. That's a blanket statement.
Dude, y'all want him because you guys like Cam Newton, bro. If there was never a Cam Newton, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
You're the only one.
That's fact. Y'all want AR because of Cam Newton, bro. Y'all are stupid. There will never be another Cam Newton. There will never be another Cam Newton. And I'm the biggest Cam fan. Y'all got to get that. Let it go, bro. It's time.
My bad.
Yo, y'all better pray for me, bro, because I'm trying to get a word in edgewise. Look, let me read. Look, listen. We have a Houston Texans fan in the chat, and I wanted to read that comment. He says, "I'm Corey. I live in Houston. Word on the street down here is out of CJ and Richardson for y'all, and Bryce is a smokescreen, and they're leaning towards Stroud. That's why we have not traded the second pick." Because we think Bryce will be there at number 2, and the media is trying to force y'all to get Bryce by putting out bad things about Stroud. But we will take Stroud. It says
the worst overused word in all of the entire history of the NFL was smokescreen. Somebody marched backward. It's a smokescreen.
It is so dumb at this point.
My bad for cutting you off.
Jesus Christ! I mean, good
Houston
Lord.
fans, this is all it is. They're trying to create a narrative because they want Bryce so bad, and that they can't accept the fact that maybe the Panthers front office likes Bryce Young. So they're like, "It's a smokescreen, guys.
Everything's a smokescreen.
It's
a smokescreen."
He said, told y'all
the day in the draft when they make the call and Roger gets up there, Goodell gets up there, and he announces, hypothetically say it's Bryce Young. It's Bryce Young. Breaking news, ESPN, NFL Network, they're all going to say it's a smokescreen. The Panthers are attempting to trade. Yeah, it's a
ESPN, everybody's saying it's Bryce Young for sure. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
right.
They're definitely trying to push Bryce Young on us.
Okay, so if that's a smokescreen, then why is Houston
pushing Bryce Young? Right, like we can see what Fitterer is saying. Nobody's pushing Bryce Young on Fitterer.
Fitterer's outright saying it's Bryce Young without saying it's Bryce Young.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
He just is.
Right, yeah. That has nothing to do with ESPN. But if we are going to have a conversation about Anthony Richardson, we cannot compare him to Cam Newton, right?
Nope.
Because
I never did.
That is not
Never did.
That is not the conversation to be had. Cam Newton is, if not the greatest college quarterback, he's the second greatest college quarterback, right? So
I was gonna say
we are not going to have
Behind who? Time out. Behind who?
And okay, we have more spots.
He's my
Brian,
favorite.
come on, bro.
Or he's
Who's
my
Cam
favorite.
Newton behind as far as the greatest college quarterback? Who's he behind?
Probably Tim Tebow, if I had to guess.
Absolutely not, bro.
By stats, I
He's
guess.
my greatest. He's my greatest. I'm just
He's
saying.
my greatest as well.
I'm just saying, if you don't have him as the greatest, you probably have him as the second greatest, right?
Okay,
what
well,
I'm
then I would
saying
go
is
Joe
that there's
Burrow.
a different
I would go Joe Burrow.
tier to this.
Joe Burrow's not above Cam, bro.
No, no, sir.
We're going
that
down
was
a
not
rabbit
the
hole.
conversation I was trying to have.
Fighting words.
Yeah. No. Listen, I do want to say this, and I said this before. Everything that you are all saying, the people that don't want Anthony Richardson, that was once upon a time said about Josh Allen, and it was also said about Justin Herbert. They did not have the best film from their draft class, and I guarantee you right now, general managers would jump at the opportunity to have somebody like Josh Allen and
Name
Justin
3 more
Herbert.
quarterbacks.
Josh Allen didn't get it right till year 3. Josh Allen didn't get it right till year 3.
But it paid off,
They
didn't it?
also had more experience in college than Anthony Richardson.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but you know what?
Like we're talking.
No, that's true. I'm not even denying that.
Anthony Richardson hasn't got enough experience to
Dude lost to fucking Vanderbilt. Got his ass kicked, man.
Michael Vick had less experience.
Pickle.
And Michael
Thank you.
Vick sucked.
No, he
Michael
didn't.
Vick, the only thing Michael Vick was good at was running the football. I saw
Michael Vick was so dangerous that we drafted specifically.
Hey, hold on, time out.
Shut up, Thomas Davis.
Everybody shut up. Time out. I need to introduce somebody new. Jay Issue back in the building. Jay, what's up, dude?
What's going on with y'all boys?
What's up?
What's up, chilling, man? You hear us fighting and bickering in here, bro.
Hey,
Same old shit.
I love it. We need this.
Oh yeah.
I got a question for Pickle, real quick.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Pickle, what helps your quarterback develop better and faster?
Depending on what quarterback you got.
Ding, 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 ding. The winner right there. The winner right there. Nobody in history has ever had a coaching staff like this. So it doesn't matter who we get. Their developmental is gonna speed up 10 times faster.
Oh my God, bro.
I didn't say nobody.
My friends.
Oh my God, bro.
I've watched Anthony Richardson.
I said whoever we draft.
Yeah.
Get your panties out your butt.
Hey, I just want to throw a quick stat out of that.
Hey, Saint fan in the chat. Won't you take your
was
popcorn
pressured
and
on
you stick it?
45%. On 45% of his dropbacks, he was pressured
won't
last
you
year.
just go in timeout?
Anthony
just for the pure
Richardson's
hell of it?
wide receivers.
Can you say it again? Can you start over again?
Yes. Anthony Richardson was pressured on 45% of dropbacks last year, had the second lowest pressure to sack rate. He also had the lowest scramble rate from pressure, right? So it's not like, oh, there's a pressure, so I'm just going to run the ball. No, he's actually evading, staying in the pocket, and delivering. Anthony Richardson's wide receivers failed him more than any other quarterback in the history of college football since Dan Marino.
Hey, and
Hell, King Richardson. Hell, King Richardson.
To go off that Vanderbilt.
Want to know why that's bullshit, bro? All those receivers are 5-stars and 4-star recruits, bro. So I don't want to hear that bullshit, bro.
Excuse me. That is exactly what the Will Levis fans say.
Exactly what they say.
What Will Levis fans say.
The problem,
Will Levis had the highest pressure to sack ratio because he has no awareness whatsoever. Right?
Fuck Will Levis.
Also, if we're talking about decision making,
but I'm just telling you that's what they say. Exactly what you just said.
Okay, then they're wrong.
Fans can say
that's
one thing,
fine.
but
They can say whatever they want.
The stats are what it is. Go ahead, Ian.
Anthony Richardson from week 6 on, so the last 6 weeks of the season, had 12 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, right? That is over a whole season, that's 24 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Decision making is not a problem for Anthony Richardson. We know that when it comes to pocket presence, only Bryce Young is better at in the pocket when it comes to pocket presence than Anthony Richardson in this draft.
And for that,
we know nobody in this draft has an arm like Anthony Richardson.
That Vanderbilt game.
So the two things
gives a shit?
for Anthony Richardson to work out is experience, which we have the most experienced college staff.
This is crazy talk to me.
Seen.
Oh my lord!
This is
facts?
just a normal conversation, G baby.
Y'all hate numbers. Y'all hate facts and y'all hate
I love
numbers.
Bryce too. I
Hate
love Bryce
facts.
too.
Hate
That's
facts.
fine.
Anthony Richardson was never considered a top 5 QB ever during the college football season, bro. Ever. No one talked about Anthony Richardson until the fucking combine, bro.
But where's he at now?
There's a difference.
He's nowhere. What do you mean? Where's he at now? At 50% passing? Come on, bro.
In the first round, that's where he's at. He's being forced to be taken in the first
Give me a
round.
QB that's won the Super Bowl that has 4.4 speed, bro. I just went through a decade with Cam, bro.
All right, but you're still missing the point. That there isn't until there is. There was never a 6-foot quarterback to win the Super Bowl until there was. There is always going to be the outlier. And by the way, just because one hasn't done it yet doesn't mean that they're not capable. Jalen Hurts damn near did it last year. Like they were close to winning that shit. So don't do just because they run, they're not capable of winning the Super
Give me a
Bowl.
QB that runs 4.4 that's won a fucking Super Bowl. All the QBs that win Super Bowl have it up here, bro. They can process fast. All the great QBs that win Super Bowls can process fast, okay? None of them run fucking 4.4. None of them, bro.
Now you're talking about
Well, he can. We know he can. But also, G baby, when was the last time a quarterback that was 5'10" that weighed 195 pounds won a Super Bowl? Using your same logic. Using your same logic.
Never.
Use your same
Never.
Bro,
Never. Never.
Damn.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Never.
Because I got an answer.
You
Go ahead.
want people to hold on.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead, bro.
How much did Joe Montana weigh?
Yeah, he weighed 185. It was also 6'2".
Oh, but
The height doesn't matter for
weight
me.
mattered.
It's just
I
about
thought
the
it was
weight.
the weight that
It's
mattered,
just
though,
about
not
the
height,
weight.
Cody.
The dude threw the best over the middle of the field and out of everyone in college football.
And how long
And
ago was
can
that?
he do it in the NFL though?
Fan. I have Anthony Richardson 1. I have AR 2.
You mean you have?
Or Bryce Young 1. Anthony Richardson.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not discrediting what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that if you're going to have the logic for one prospect, you have to keep that same logic for the other prospect.
Everybody's betting on outliers this
Where are
year.
you ranking them at?
Stay consistent. That's all I'm saying.
Anthony Richardson is not fucking consistent, bro.
Anthony Richardson, honestly,
he's not fucking consistent, bro.
No. I'm saying, okay, then your
Development is a
logic
huge
right now
factor.
is on Anthony Richardson.
My question haven't even
because
been
it's not
answered.
consistent, right?
I thought Anthony Richardson scored a good C2 test.
Yeah,
He did.
That's all that matters,
So
right?
he's smart too, right?
In a minute, we're getting ready to talk about the S2 test.
He had 79, didn't he?
How can you have consistency when all your wide receivers drop ball? That's the only way you can have consistency.
He's playing at fucking Florida. What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You're not listening.
Go look at the depth chart. Go look at on his fucking receivers, bro. You don't know college football, bro. Nah, bro. I can get, bro. He had Copeland, bro. He had fucking, he had Travis Etienne Jr. in the fucking back. Bro, he had fucking Pierce at the running back position, bro. What are you talking about? Stop it, bro.
Look at their drops.
Stop it.
Look at their drops.
Stop it.
Look at their drops. You calling their names
Stop
out
it,
by how many
bro.
drops they got.
So,
You
well,
all right,
and then
hold on.
here's the other thing is we don't
Wait, let Pop go. Let Pop go. Let Pop go.
Ian, you want any of those wide receivers on your team right now on Carolina Panthers? Which one of these are coming out in the first round?
Do you want any of Alabama's receivers on your fucking team for Carolina, bro?
Yeah, but you're not answering
Like,
this
stop
question.
it, bro.
Answer my question.
No, but you're not answering this
talking about
question.
he
though.
has a team, and we're talking about how many drops they had, the most in SEC history, all the way to Montana. And you telling me you want one?
Why did he have all those drops? Because he throws the ball 100 miles per hour and he doesn't know how to take fucking touch off the ball, bro.
If they dropped it, it means it hits their hands. We're not.
No, they dropped it because he doesn't know how to put touch on the ball. He doesn't know how to adjust his fucking ball.
No, bro.
That's facts, bro.
When we are talking about wide receivers failing, we are not just talking about drops. We are talking about the inability to separate as well. The other thing that we have to talk about is the offensive system that Anthony Richardson was in. So Anthony Richardson was running a very similar offensive system to what Mike Shula was running with the Carolina Panthers, which means that they're in max protect. There's 3 people running out for routes, and most of them are running
Mike Shula. We should have hired Mike
And
Shula
he
as
had,
head coach.
and his head coach
Apparently
was
that's
Bill
worked
Napier,
out.
who was at
But
UL.
what I'm saying
Agree with me, chat. You know you want to. We
is
should have
that
hired
when
Mike
you
Shula as
have
head coach.
We're gonna run Anthony Richardson to the Super Bowl, bro. Running the ball.
That's facts.
We're gonna run to the Super Bowl, bro.
Okay, but
We're gonna run Anthony Richardson to the fucking Super Bowl.
He's a pure
That's not
pure
the
pocket
conversation we're having.
Hold on, Pickle.
I'm not-
You can't
I'm
say
not-
anything right now with your 46% Hendon Hooker. Quiet down.
Why are we even?
Yeah, but
listen,
if
I'm-
you believe them, that's if you believe
I don't
those
really
scores.
believe all them S2 testers are
I'm trying to
all
find
accurate.
where the fuck
Way back in the day, way back in the day, people
Cody, I
said the
sent you a
Wonderlic
message.
Tech was great, and it wasn't. Okay, in a couple years, somebody's going to fail one of these stupid little S2 tests, and they're going to come out and they're going to blow everybody out of the water.
It
And
ain't
it's going to be, oh
it ain't
my
happened yet.
God.
It ain't happened yet.
It's always. I mean, it's good to fit the narrative if you want it to fit that narrative. It really is.
It's just the truth. Mr. Irrelevant scored high, and look what he did last year.
So
that's nice. But,
Still went 6th round though, bro.
Let me ask you something. What's this dude named Jake? What's his name? Jake.
Oh, from
Jake?
Fresno State.
Yeah.
Jake
maybe
Hayner.
we should draft him in the first
Yeah,
round.
he scored a 96.
I mean,
Yeah, take him.
right there it is.
He'll be
No.
Mr.
Hell,
Irrelevant
he's
too.
taller than Young.
So the S2 score is like the SATs, right? Just because you have a high SATs doesn't mean you're getting into Harvard. But if
Okay, now you're going to change the narrative to suit your narrative. All right, I'm good with that.
no, that's not it isn't a, oh, this person has an S2,
That's
so
how
they're
y'all
going to
acting
be
like
a great
it?
quarterback. It just means that they can process well, right?
Hey,
So
I
when
wanna-
you can't process, it doesn't matter what your physical abilities are. You can't process. So when things break down, you're not going to make the right decision, right? And we saw
That's
that
why
on
I
tape
honestly-
with CJ Stroud.
I honestly have.
We saw that versus Iowa. We saw how CJ Stroud, when he gets pressure, breezes up. Now, the Georgia game was an anomaly.
I wonder what Cam's S2 test would be.
High as hell.
Well,
we know.
But again, no, that was my point.
freaks out sometimes.
No, that was my point.
I'm not
You're
saying
gonna
it's
tell
bad.
me,
I'm just saying
right?
a lot of quarterbacks do that.
But the idea that every good quarterback would pass the S2 test. I've been using this example. Brett Favre is dumb as a box of hot shit, bro.
Yes,
and that dude is a hall. And that dude is a
He threw hell
hall of
interceptions.
fame.
It's not an intelligence
But this is what but everyone's
Thank you,
making it
Ed.
out to be like it is.
No,
That
it's not.
If you
No,
do
it's a
not pass,
processing test.
if you do not pass with a high level and your S2 score, thereby that means you're not able to process. Like, I'm sorry, that's not only bullshit, but the film doesn't back it up.
He's
The-
a
the
no.
film
You're
just
not
doesn't
listening.
back
What
it
you're
up.
film
saying
does
at
back
all.
it up. The
No,
film
it
does back it
doesn't.
up.
It
CJ
does
Stroud,
not back
CJ
it up.
Stroud does not
Fuck
process
it
well.
doesn't.
CJ
Hold on,
Stroud does
look.
not process well.
Look how
Listen,
many times he has to look to the sideline to get
Look,
directions.
I've been trying to find the tweet that has all the different scores, but I wanted to play
in the
this.
chat.
This is from the developer of the S2 score.
18% is 18%, my guy.
Listen to what the creator. No, everybody, time out. Listen to what the creator of the S2 test had to say about the top 4 quarterbacks and how they did on their test.
We're in this world now where I think it's fair to say there's a top 4 quarterbacks in this particular class: the Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson. Bryce Young is reported to have by this. I think Will Levis was supposed to be right behind him with this mid-90s score. How much do you think, given the current landscape, given how much teams currently use this, it could be used as a separator for these guys amongst, NFL draft rooms?
Yeah. So just to address the quarterback thing, I would say that we're obviously aware of scores being leaked, and we're not sure where that's coming from. But I will say that take some of those with a grain of salt.
Okay.
We have seen, hey, so and so scored the highest in the class or the highest ever, and so and so scored low, and it's like, yeah, that's not true.
Not true.
But with that being said, I will say that this class as a whole, all the guys in the discussion have scored really, really well.
All the guys in the discussion.
And if I'm a general manager, it's more likely that I'm going to utilize this tool if we love 2 players the same. We love their physical makeup. We love their psychological makeup. We have great interviews with them. One has a high S2, one has a modest S2. It can be a separator from that perspective. Again, I just don't see GMs in front offices saying, we don't really like this guy, but his S2 is good, so let's take him.
Right.
I mean, I would love for that. Let's do an experiment, draft nothing but high S2 guys and see what happens. But I just don't ever see that happening, at least in football.
Are there
other sports can be different?
Right.
Cody, let me ask you a question then.
Yep.
When they asked in the press conference, our Carolina staff, was the S2 important? They said yes. It's not the all and be all, but it is important. You know who else finds it very important? Your owner. So let's keep calling it bullshit and keep it going.
Well, so the first thing there is the guy from the S2 is just trying to
save his ass.
Right, because
he is.
If the leaks came from S2, and those things can be looked back and damage the money that CJ Stroud makes, he's liable to get sued, right? Because those scores are supposed to be confidential, right? So that is what he's trying to do is not get sued there. I don't think that you can trust anything that you see on Twitter during draft time anyways. But if we are just going to talk about what the S2 score is, the S2 score is not an intelligence test. It is not a decision-making test. It is how fast you process information. That is all it is, right?
Right.
So if a quarterback is not good at throwing the ball, Jake Haener, but he's good at processing, it's not going to make him a good quarterback. But if you have a quarterback that is a good quarterback, they throw the ball well, they make good decisions, they run an offense well, and they process very well because their S2 scores are super high, you are going to see them succeed in the NFL. It is very simple as that. It's not a
person, Cody.
Yeah, all right then. Go ahead. Who was that, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
So when we looking at the S2 scores and the ranking of it, the ones that's ranked high, aren't those the ones that's scrambling much? Or are those pocket quarterbacks?
Jake Haener is not a scrambler. No,
I don't even know who that is.
I know.
I'm just speaking the top 4.
Yeah.
Everyone is getting this completely mixed up, man.
Yeah, it's not about anything physical, bro. It's about what you see and how fast you can process.
I'm not going off the physical abilities. I'm just saying the ones
that's about
that's
scrambling.
high.
That's a physical aspect.
The one, bro.
So what?
Well,
just for
instance,
one of the questions on the test is that they will flash for 15 milliseconds a diamond, and you have to tell them where in the diamond is the shape missing a line, right? So in 15 seconds, you have to, or 15 milliseconds, you have to see it, diagnose where it is, where it's missing, and then be able to say where it's missing. So that's one of the tests. It has nothing to do with scrambling. It has nothing to do with decision making or anything else. It's just how fast can you see information? That's all it is.
But can I ask a question, though? And I think we're forgetting something. Why would we trade up to – I like Anthony Richardson. Why would we trade up to 1 to get Anthony Richardson? We could have just traded up to 3.
Because nobody wanted to trade with us. There was no offer.
Honestly,
there was no offer.
Because
you can't trade with somebody.
No, Arizona wants
No,
to
Scott,
no.
Scott,
That came out after we made the trade.
Scott Fitterer said a few weeks ago on NFL Network, or you look it up if you want to. He was asked that question. And he said I think it was NFL Network. He said how this planned out was simple, is they were in discussion out trading up with 3 to 3.
Yes.
The coaches, they were in this discussion with it. They had called and made an inquiry about it. When David Tepper found out about it, he said, why 3? Why not just trade up for 1 and you can take anybody you want? You don't have to take somebody else.
So Pickle.
Yeah, wait, hold on one sec.
Hold on.
No, Chuck, I'm going to let you go, I promise.
Okay.
I just want to give out a show note that right now I've got more than 10 people. So in order to get everybody in, if I put you in the background, I'm not kicking you off the show. Just stay there and tell me in the private chat if you have something you'd like to say, and I'll bring you back in the show. I just want to make sure everybody gets a chance to
Cody, I'll
speak and say shit. No, you ain't got to go nowhere, Chuck.
Okay.
In.
I just want to ask this question. Go
ahead. I'm going to go you next,
Hey,
Anthony.
Cody, I'll back out for a little bit. I got to make dinner for my kids, so I'll be back in like 15, 20 minutes, G.
All right, you're good, bro. All right, go ahead, Chuck.
Okay. Pickle. David Tepper asked, okay, why you don't trade up to 1? You don't think David Tepper made that? I don't. In his mind, say if y'all are going to trade up to 1, you're going to trade up to 1. At least get Bryce Young so I can win now. You don't?
No,
think
I don't think. Tepper wants to win now.
Yes.
I don't think Tepper said trade to get Bryce Young. I know there's some assumptions. You got to remember, over the last year, we've heard that he likes Anthony Richardson. We've heard he liked from various subjects. We've heard he likes Levis. We've heard he's like, dude, you got to remember. Yeah, you got to remember. David Tepper's a football fan, just like you. He watches football. Hypothetically, say he watches football on Saturday. He sees something. He said, that dude's pretty cool. And he goes in and he sees his team suck on Sunday. You don't think who he watched on Saturday going to cross his mind a little bit?
So let me ask you.
I'm sure if they say, David Tepper, who do you like? I'm sure he's going to be like, well.
So the reason why any of this is even being talked about, CJ Stroud reportedly scored an 18% on the S2 cognition test. Stroud's score was the lowest of all reported scores from this year's quarterback draft class. Every other quarterback score was at least 28% higher than Stroud's. So let me ask you this. If you believe this, and now they're saying that you took it multiple times, Pickle. Dang. That's why I don't know what to believe with this, man. Part of me says it's bullshit because where is this even? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In Nashville. There's a little shop in Nashville. There's a little shop in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
A little building where they do all this.
Yeah. But whoever, all right, someone was about to jump in. Go ahead.
The NFL has made their board. Everyone believes the Panthers are going to take Bryce Young, so they're devaluing CJ Stroud because people love. This is what's going to happen. Will Levis is going to get drafted before CJ Stroud. Young.
Oh, I hate that dude.
He is, though. He is.
I believe that too.
He is. I don't believe the NFL.
I don't believe the NFL. I don't believe the NFL was purposely going out to ruin CJ Stroud's career.
No, they're not.
Listen. Let me talk. Hold on.
We're missing the point.
Let me say.
People love Will Levis. There are 4 teams that probably love Will Levis, and they just want to say because people hate to be questioned because there was question with. There's always going to be a surprise. Will Levis is going to get drafted. I put money on that.
I just want to
Is
say.
Is it all because an S2 test?
No.
Will
Listen.
Levis was higher than
Okay,
Stroud?
let me talk. Here, let me talk.
Though.
Let Anthony go.
Let Anthony go.
Okay, so listen. I've been listening to so much shit over the past week. Listen, when CJ Stroud was the favorite for us, was there any of this bullshit coming out?
Correct. No.
And listen, now that they know that we're taking Bryce Young, a team is doing this because they want him to fall.
Facts.
I don't believe
I
all
believe
of this.
that.
This is
Facts.
what's going on, okay? Because you didn't hear this when he was the favorite with us. You
Correct.
didn't hear that. This bullshit wouldn't have come out if we're taking him number 1 overall. Because then you look at us and it's like, why would we take a quarterback when there's all these problems with him? So you get it now? Like, that's literally what's going on.
Yeah, but you're literally making the point for why I think this is bullshit.
That is my
entire point. The fact that listen, the fact that you have never heard this before, and now that he's gonna not be the number 1 pick, listen, I agree with that. I do think someone's trying to smear him, but my thing is this. Just because his S2 test, if Will Levis has a higher S2 test, that does not mean that he is better at processing defenses than CJ Stroud.
No, listen. Hold on. Let me continue to what I was saying. Let me continue. Hold on. Let me, Ian, let me at least finish my point. Let me at least finish my point.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, listen, Cody, the stuff about him being uncoachable, all that bullshit, that is fake. This could be true. But listen, bear with me. A team like Chris Ballard said it earlier in a press conference today that I was listening to. Teams have different players rated higher than one another. Will Levis may not turn out to be a better player than CJ Stroud, but the Texans may like Will Levis better than CJ Stroud. That's just their preference. It doesn't, and this is why the draft is so different every year. That's why Mahomes went to 10. If everyone knew Mahomes was going to be the best player in the draft, he would have gone second overall to the Chicago Bears.
Then I want to say this. And then I'll let everyone go. If the Houston Texans, let alone if they trade back with the division rival like the Colts or the Titans, they are a dumpster fire, and they deserve every bad thing that's ever going to happen to them.
They're trying to eat their cake, have their cake, and eat it too. They're trying to get Will Anderson, and they're trying to get Will Levis. Watch it. They're going to try to do that shit.
They're going to fit.
I got another question too.
Okay, here's the thing though, is that while the media leaks out things, all of the NFL teams have this information. So this like smear thing that we think, they're trying to smear a player so that he doesn't get drafted. All of the NFL teams know the real truth. It's just us that are in the dark. We have no control over who is drafted. Yes. All of this is either it's true or it is just out there for clicks for the NFL fan base, but it's still going to have no bearing. It being leaked is going to have no bearing on where a player is drafted because the NFL teams already have this information.
Yes. Can I just add on to Ian real quick? Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. The stuff about, like I said, him being uncoachable and that stuff, that's just random. That's just people talking for talking points. Okay, Michael Lombardi, I even know that. But this cognitive test, our teams have that because the Panthers are known that they do emphasize this test, and the Texans emphasize it more than even we do. This is why the brass that came from the 49ers to the Texans drafted Brock Purdy. They took a chance on him because that S2 test was something they valued higher than other teams. This is why also they may like Will Levis more because he scored higher on the test. It doesn't mean he's automatically going to be the better quarterback. It just means that some teams have different preference. And like Ian said, the draft is just you never know how it's going to play out.
I'm not even disagreeing with you. I'm just saying every team has their own preferences. I'm allowed to call their preferences dumb as fuck.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
literally all I'm saying.
And that's why the draft ends out so different every year. That's why I said if every player was supposed to be taken based on their talent, Mahomes would have gone second to the Bears. Lamar Jackson wouldn't have fell to 32.
May I
add something?
Levis? If you can get both of them, is it dumb, Cody?
Yeah. Because let me tell you why, Chuck. Because let's say Stroud goes to Indianapolis and he ends up being the franchise quarterback for the Colts. Oh, and he gets to play them twice a year.
Chris.
Oh, they're never going to live that down. They get their division rival a potential franchise quarterback. Like the film on Stroud and Levis is not close to one another.
Okay, let's do this.
check this out, y'all.
Let's do this.
One of the
Let's
things,
say,
though,
Poppin was next.
Hypothetical. Let me give you a hypothetical.
Then Poppin.
Let's just say CJ Stroud is Patrick Mahomes, but you what's the name? Will Levis is Justin Herbert, and Will Anderson's Myles Garrett. I mean, you can make that argument.
But I mean, that's a whole lot of ifs, though, bro.
See, if
like that's a whole lot of ifs. That's a lot of ifs, man. And and that's what I'm saying. Look, Poppin wanted to go next. Was it the Poppin or Jay?
I'm at the I'll go at the Poppin.
All right, if Poppin, then Jay.
Go ahead, Jay, because Jay always shows love on our podcast. Go ahead, Jay.
So my question with the S2 test is, does it compare with the film? Like what
no,
they did in
not
college?
to me. Not to me. I mean, straight up, it doesn't to me.
Well, it's bullshit because it's no way that Will Levis or Anthony Richardson is looking better than CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, man. To me, it is not an indicator.
And I understand you, but he does. CJ Stroud did play with a lot of talent, bro. I'm not knocking him.
You gotta start with that, bro. Other teams have the same. They could have done the same thing.
Okay. So let me ask you a question real quick.
I didn't get to go. So
I just want to bring this up real quick. So based on the whole talent argument, this is why I do have. Listen, I like Anthony Richardson for Ian out there. I know he's a stan, but this is why Bryce is my quarterback one. We've seen what he's done without superior talent and with superior talent.
Facts.
If Will Levis played on Ohio State, could he have done what CJ Stroud did?
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
You still don't think so?
No,
I don't think so.
Here's Anthony. He never opens up his lead leg to the direction of his receiver. His footwork is beyond terrible. Just because you put a player with a big arm in a big-time offense doesn't mean that they're going to be able to replicate the same success. Do I know this? No, because I've never seen Will Levis on Ohio State. But if I'm looking at footwork, if I'm looking at pocket mechanics, no, I don't think that he's doing that if he's over at Ohio State.
But we've seen AR and Will Levis overthrow and underthrow the players. It don't matter who it was. So why are we making excuses?
Well, Anthony Richardson had the most drops in college football history in a season. Like I've been doing research, that is a true fact.
If his wide receivers would have caught 2 more passes in every single game, he would have been over 60%. Nobody would have been talking about his accuracy. So that solves the problem there. But what I was going to say was, if y'all go check out the Rich Eisman show, they had the GM for the Colts. He might have said the realest shit ever. And this is what we got to all, because this is not the first time we've ever been paying attention to the draft. He said, everybody is lying. Everybody's lying.
Yep.
He said, I bet you that the draft is not going to go the way you think it's going to go.
It never does.
That key nugget right there was like a light bulb going off my head. Whoever you think you're assuming that's going to go is probably not going to happen the way you think it's going to.
I just have a question for the panel.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So on the topic of CJ Stroud in Houston, I do think it is worth noting that CJ Stroud's agent is the same agent as Deshaun Watson.
What I've been saying.
It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, yes, it does.
It doesn't. It literally doesn't.
It kind of
I'll tell you right now.
I'll tell you right now why it doesn't. In what world is CJ Stroud going to turn down a $25 million contract from
40.
Houston.
The
Just
Texans
because,
gonna ignore him.
just because
No,
Deshaun
that's
didn't end on proper terms with the Houston Texans. Y'all forget
No.
Y'all are forgetting
That's
that the Texans paid Deshaun. They paid him.
That's not where. That's not where
what they're saying.
Where it is.
That's not where it is. It is the owners that don't want to deal with
that
agent. So we have to remember that the agent and Deshaun's team said that the owner of the Houston Texans was paying women to lie about the sexual abuse. Right? That's
and
not
if they like Stroud, and even if they still like Stroud, I'm telling you that is not going to be enough to stop them from drafting him. If Stroud is a franchise quarterback, that is not going to be enough to stop them from drafting a franchise quarterback.
Cody, you're missing the point. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
If David Tepper had an agent say, or whatever you wanted to say about David Tepper, that agent was representing their future franchise quarterback, I guarantee you they're not giving a damn.
Cody, the whole point is they don't want to deal with Deshaun Watson's agent that represents Stroud.
Not if they like Stroud enough.
That's why there's reports coming out that they don't. That's literally
There's also reports coming out that half of the building loves Stroud. So it's like everybody's picking and choosing what they even believe anyway.
But they can love Stroud, but the agent,
a franchise quarterback, an agent that the owner does not like, is not going to be enough to stop them from drafting the player.
He's the one
It's not that they don't like each other. It is that he publicly defamed him. Like it's not the same thing. So David Tepper once bought an entire restaurant franchise because one waitress fucked up, so he bought the entire franchise to fire her. Like,
so what? If they love Stroud, that agent is not going to stop them from drafting him.
Hey, Cody, you know what you said? A key word there that nobody picked up? You said that there's nobody going to bat for Stroud. Even though everybody's talking about this is a smear campaign, who the hell has stepped up to say anything to defend Stroud?
Exactly.
I want y'all to think about that.
Exactly.
So some of this shit gotta be
Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark.
No, not any of his teammates.
Not any of everybody.
Ryan Clark isn't Marvin Harrison Jr.
Find me a clip of any of them talking shit about CJ Stroud.
I'm not saying talking shit.
Any of them say that is not coachable.
I'm not saying
none of it matters.
I'm saying coming to fight for him when this stuff has been happening. Ryan Clark is going to treat every one of these quarterbacks the same. He was damn near on his knees with Bryce Young in there. So
Dude,
but he has none of this matters.
I'm talking about there has been no coaches.
Because
there ain't been
because
a
if
janitor. There has not been a coach that came out. There hasn't been no janitor. There hasn't been no substitute teacher.
That is not true.
That I've seen
that is not true. That is not true, though.
Okay, so
but where are they? Where are the reports?
Public.
All you have to do is look it up. Ryan Day, the head coach, the offensive tackle, has come out and said a bunch about him. Jackson Smith and Jake Book.
You're missing the point. They're not backing up. They're not backing up what
players.
Cody. Yes, you are. They're not. Yes, you're.
Cody, I'll mute the fuck out of your mic right now. If I fucking could, motherfucker. I'll mute the shit out of you right now, motherfucker.
This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life.
They're not defending him for the reports coming out. They're not defending him for the reports coming out.
That was my point.
To defend you.
Oh my God, it's not
there
that
is
fucking hard to
public perception.
understand.
A bunch of people have defended him.
Not for the reports that are coming out. Not for the reports.
Because nobody owns those numbers, Anthony.
Oh,
nobody knows.
You're just saying bullshit. Now you're just saying
but
bullshit.
Nobody knows what that number was.
So here's the thing.
You heard what
I like potatoes.
You heard what Brent said? I heard it.
Defend Cody.
I heard they defend Bryce Young. They said they stupid. Y'all stupid if we don't draft Bryce Young.
There you go.
Stupid.
Thank
He
you.
said stupid. Y'all are fucking stupid.
Thank you.
Look how stupid.
Now y'all know that Cody is now a CJ sexual.
He's
Drop
a
the
no.
mic.
He's a Stroud sexual. I know
It has nothing to do with
He likes Mr.
We're all believing
18%.
a bunch of bullshit and drama that isn't
right, here-
verifiable from anyone. What person would you want to hear from to come out and deny the reports about his S2?
But
Who are you waiting to hear from?
Here's the thing.
I'm not talking about
Again,
his too. I'm talking about how he's been like
the
he's hard to
NFL
difficult to be able
teams
to coach.
already have this
A bunch
information,
of
right?
That
So
was great.
if it is true or not, the NFL teams already have that information. Public perception tells us that if something is so outlandish that people are like, can this really be real? To come out and try to walk it back or defend it makes you a little guilty, right? But to go to the teams themselves behind the scene and say, hey, this is what happened, blah, 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 those things can happen without us seeing it. But the thing is all of this smear campaign is just for public perception. It has nothing to do with who is going to be drafted where. Now, the relationship between an agent and the owner of a team has a much stronger correlation of where a player is going to be drafted and not drafted than the smear campaign by the media for clicks.
All right, so there's
And it's not even just that. You don't think Stroud and Deshaun Watson, you don't think they talk, dog?
Stroud's not
Like,
turning
come on,
down
bro.
Houston.
I think we
You don't think Stroud and Deshaun Watson talk?
Back.
Bro,
I
the
know
Texans
they
shit
talk.
on Deshaun Watson, bro. Why would
if Stroud could be the number 2 pick in the draft,
He's gonna
there's
go,
not
bro.
a chance in hell he is turning down the Houston fucking Texans. That's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard, dude.
Cody, my friend, listen.
If Eli Manning is drafted number 1 overall, there is no way that they are going to turn down the San Diego Chargers. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
It is because it's an entirely different fucking discussion. Go ahead, Pickle.
Remember about 4 years ago, the owner of the Texans, Bob McNair, made a statement. He says, when they were having the anthem protest, he says, you can't have the inmates running the prison. Remember, now he later on apologized for it, but it was still out there.
And then died.
Why we like to think of an owner as this way, you have to understand owners are different. They just are. There's just the owners are different. They're just people. They're just different. Some are assholes.
Cody writes for fucking the Texans draft tech, bro.
Man,
Cody, you write for the Texans draft tech, bro. You think you're fucking hilarious.
Go ahead, Pickle. All right, everybody calm the fuck down.
We done broke Pickle.
Everybody, all right. Everybody calm the fuck down.
We broke
Everybody needs to calm down. Myself included. Everybody needs to calm down a little bit. Take a breath. Right? First off, this is what I'm going to say. If CJ Stroud falls to number 2 and the Houston Texans, this is the only point that I'm making. If he falls to number 2 and they decide not to pick him because he has the same agent as Deshaun Watson, if they feel that he's a franchise quarterback, literally none of that matters. It doesn't matter what was ever said about him. If Stroud is going to be the dude for them, no agent in the world is going to stop them from doing that. That's the only point that I was making. And vice versa, Stroud is not going to turn down the Houston Texans. That's the number 2 overall pick.
Cody, I don't think anybody said that he would.
Cody,
You're
have you ever
missing
seen
the point. They're going to turn down him, bro. That's literally
What you say, Poppin'?
No, they're fucking not.
How much you want to bet on it? How much you want to bet?
Yeah, I'm a bet. Who wants to bet on
your money where your
Hold
mouth
on,
is?
Poppin' got a question.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
It's all subject. It's all subject. But I
let Jay. We're gonna let Jay talk. What up, Jay?
No, we ain't either. I ain't gonna let nobody talk.
Poppin had a
You don't
question.
listen. Let me talk.
Pickle, you go back down and watch Star Trek, motherfucker. Go watch Star Trek, motherfucker.
All right, everybody, calm down.
So, Cody, I had a quick question. It's off subject, but have you ever seen A Christmas Story?
Not in like 15 years.
Yeah, but you remember it, right?
Is that the kid with the BB gun?
You shoot your eye out?
Yeah.
Do you remember his father used to get mad and cuss out the furnace?
Yeah.
The G baby is the furnace and Pickle is the dad.
Pickle and G baby have a love-hate relationship with one another. I'm constantly breaking up fights. Go ahead, Pickle. Finish the thought.
Oh, hell no now.
Well, then fine.
Say now. Shut up. Go on.
That's cool.
I mean, let's be honest. Bryce Young is just a smidgen taller than a 3-year-old. Weighs less than that. I mean, let's just be honest. They ain't a quarterback of this entire draft class that's worse than jackass piece of shit. Whether you're Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Hendon Hooker, they all fucking suck. You gotta be a jackass moron to draft a fucking quarterback in this dumbass conversation. This dumbass class.
All right, you're just.
You just gotta be a jackass moron to think that. No,
moving on to pick 3, the Arizona Cardinals released their new uniform.
That shit ugly.
Yeah,
that shit ugly as hell.
That shit
ugly as hell.
Probably sucks more than Bob McNair does, though.
Good comment, Jay.
He probably swallows, though, so you got your choice. You want one that sucks or want one that just swallows? I like for him to swallow. That way it don't get messy. But that's me.
Pickle said these quarterbacks suck more than Nancy Reagan.
They should go ahead and just
she was probably pretty good.
They should have just added like bird shit on it just to be a little more creative.
Yeah, to me this looks like some XFL bullshit, bro.
That shit ugly.
I'm glad I ain't a Cardinals fan.
Yo, Kev, I let you back in the show, man. What's up? Oh, of course, you ain't even doing shit, though. All right, yeah, what's up?
What's up?
What's up? I just want to say what's up. You just want to say, all right, cool. Now,
these uniforms are like when you try to build a uniform in Madden and you don't really have anything except the
like you just run out of ideas.
Jerseys. Yeah,
that's the default outfit.
Exactly.
Who's that?
That shit ugly.
That's
that is the dude that came from Philly. Chad, I see you. I'm about to bring you back in, bro. My spaces are limited. I'm trying to get everybody in.
You can let me out.
I mean, look, to me, this
looks like the Cleveland Browns to me.
Yep, just black.
Yeah, and red instead of orange.
Copycat league.
Chad, you're back, bro.
Or Ohio State.
I legit. I don't know how long I've been in the backstage. I have legit had full-blown conversations with myself, and I thought everybody should deserve a laugh on that because Lord have mercy. Like, I'm sitting there talking Stroud, like, getting round up. And like 10 minutes through that whole fucking conversation, I see you're backstage. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yo, we only have 10 spots in this bitch, man. I'm doing my best, y'all.
No.
Y'all cut your man some slack.
No, bro, that fucking uniform looks like Ohio State, bro. And I wish JJ was in here because I got some fucking words for that dude.
JJ popped in and out for like 5
look
seconds.
like Ohio State. There you go. That's where who's going to draft CJ Stroud.
Yeah, they
have changed their new uniforms just for him.
But by the way, this is what makes me hesitant about the Panthers redesigning their shit. Because look, there are so many ways to get this shit wrong. A redesign doesn't necessarily mean you've made the design better.
These jerseys suck.
They suck.
I really think a freshen up, like, you know how the word font in the end zone is that says, Carolina Panthers. I wish that we could do that with the last names on the back of the uniforms. Just give it and then have like that same font with our numbers as well. Nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy, but just a little tweak here, a little tweak there.
and that's it. That's all I.
I just wanted to get rid of the silver.
They look like a private school.
Facts.
I want to
bro.
get rid of the stripes.
I said they
Yeah,
look like a private
get rid of the
school.
silver or the stripes.
Right.
Yeah, they kind of do.
That would have been okay, but like we have some of the best jerseys in the NFL.
Is
Like,
he standing there with Air Force Ones? What?
Yo, he really
tacky,
does
bro.
got some forces on, bro.
Tacky, bro. Cornball.
Yo, what the hell is Kyler wearing?
Oh,
Hey,
it's
I want to
because
ask.
the Air Force Ones have like higher heels on them.
Probably. I got
You
a
know,
question.
You gotta look higher.
What did y'all think about Tua contemplating about retiring?
Hey, that's hey. To be honest, that's what has people fearful of drafting Bryce Young. Is that
I'm one of those people.
he's going to end up being in a situation similar to Tua, and I don't. Obviously, I'm not wishing that on him.
Yeah, but it is a concern.
Yeah,
It
well,
is a
how could you
concern.
not be
Concussion.
concerned?
It's a
Bro,
concern,
okay.
but Bryce and Tua's
Jesus
pocket
Christ.
awareness is night and day compared to.
Okay, but think
Concussions,
about
the
it.
NFL
Joey
is not
Bosa
college.
or Nick
Players
Bosa
hitting
is
the
coming around the
ground.
corner on his blind side, and Bryce just gets absolutely fucking hammered. Like 180 pounds compared to 250. Come on, that's a huge difference.
When
Right,
we're looking
but
at
that has nothing to do with concussions, though, right? So with Tua, his biggest thing
Break
is
him in half.
That's fine, but that's not what's leading Tua to contemplate retirement, right?
Well,
It's
no,
the fact
I'm
that
talking about
Tua
Bryce.
just right. But if we're talking about the same fear of a quarterback not lasting in the league, and you're looking at Tua's not lasting in the league because of concussions, right? And that's something that you really can't predict.
And bad hits.
Because Luke Kuechly, who is 250 pounds, right? 260 pounds.
Yeah, but he's always in
He
a
had
car
to-
wreck.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like size has nothing to do with concussions, right? So I wouldn't be worried about Bryce having concussions in the NFL if he learns how to tuck his chin while he's falling. Like that's the biggest thing.
No, he
Just
should
tuck
just
his
get down
chin.
on the ground. He should
There's
just get
literally a
low.
clip of him stiff arming Trayvon Walker. I mean, this kid is tough. He's the toughest
God.
midget.
so,
And I'm-
he's
Dude, I'm
listen, y'all are gonna.
220 pounds.
all right. I got a question for you, Anthony.
Go ahead, JSU.
Y'all are gonna. Y'all hate. Y'all are talking.
Nobody
about
is
this.
hating
He's gonna
on
be.
Bryce. Why y'all
We
keep
don't
saying
hate
that?
Bryce.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're like you're not confident about the weight or whatever. But the reality is he's gonna be the pick. So
when
you're
we
gonna
looking
have
at
to
the
adapt
South,
to it.
all right. So
pretty
when we're
quick.
looking at the South, when we're looking at how dirty these players are, you don't think Cam Jordan finna have play time with that boy? So we just finna ignore Cam Jordan.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in the
Calais
league yet, man.
Campbell in Atlanta.
I can't just
You can't
assume
ignore
that.
that, even though you won't.
I'm
like,
not
you
ignoring
can't
it, but I'm
ignore
not
it.
put. I'm not
That's what
putting
it
any
sounds like.
labels. No, I'm
Anthony,
not putting any
you
labels.
just-
Okay, hold on. First of all, they ain't gonna be able to even touch the quarterback. Like they don't even let the edge rushers.
I wouldn't even
They
finish.
don't even let
No,
the
that's
they
some
don't even
bullshit.
let the edge rushers touch the QB like that anymore, bro.
He's still gonna get hit.
Like stop,
You're
bro.
not
Y'all
gonna
overblowing this
stop
shit.
him from getting hit.
Bro, how are we
overblowing it? We
overblowing
just
this
having a
shit? It's
conversation.
actual facts, bro.
We're having a conversation about it.
Let me ask you. So you think you think that if this Anthony Richardson is a pick, he won't get hit?
No, he's
If I
gonna
remember,
get hit.
if I remember correctly,
he'll get hit.
If I remember correctly, Cam Newton just didn't walk out of the sunset on his own.
Not only that, all Anthony Richardson does is run the fucking football, bro.
Let him finish.
No,
let
he
him
does
finish.
not. No,
Okay,
he does
so-
not. He's a
so
pure
let's-
pocket passer quarter. He just has
That's that
the
Get the fuck out of here. No, the fuck he's not, bro.
Okay.
You a damn lie, bro.
Hold up.
Anthony's not a
You a damn lie, bro.
Hold up.
Hold up. For one, I treat nothing but respect towards you. I expect the same in return. I have an opinion, you have an opinion. But above all, when it comes to opinions, I never backlash you for your opinion. So we could just cut that shit straight.
Right. Yeah. And listen, like we're having the discussion about it. Everybody is allowed to voice their concerns if he is or isn't going to be the first overall pick. Go ahead, Pickle. I didn't cut you off, so don't get mad at me.
Okay. My point I'm trying to make is, listen. Nobody during the regular season attacked Bryce Young more than me. I mean, you can ask G Baby; he'll tell you that. I attack Bryce Young every Friday. A lot of it just to entertain myself and listen to G Baby scream. But now, nonetheless, it happens. So now I'm just saying flat out, you can't say one quarterback's going to get hurt more than another. A lot of it has to do with the fact how tough that guy is. If any of y'all have been in an actual real life fight where you meet somebody that you think's littler than you are, and he turns around and whoops your ass, that happens every day. Bryce Young can get hurt, and Anthony Richardson can get hurt. It just happens.
Exactly.
Yes. Quarterback
You're
happens.
taking a crapshoot on everything. Like, there's a higher probability that Bryce Young's going to get hurt than the other ones, but that doesn't necessarily mean, he's going to get hurt right when he gets in the NFL.
Hey, we did cut out Jay issue. Can we hear what he was going to say as well?
Please, Jay, go ahead.
Shit, I damn near forgot.
Yeah, I did too. I'll do.
Yeah, I got a brain for it now.
I know one thing. If y'all get a chance to go look at Atlanta Falcons defensive line, man, them boys are beefed
It's
up.
nasty, bro.
And they might take Jalen Carter too. So it might continue to get. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so one, like the analysis that you've gotten into a fight with someone who is smaller and they beat your ass has nothing to do with the NFL, because like you're not going to be fighting defensive linemen that are trying to tackle you, right? It is how your body can hold up to punishment. You're going to get hit, and that's why there are weight classes and fights, right? That's why heavyweights don't fight Floyd Mayweather. It doesn't matter how tough you are. There's a difference in weight. The other thing with the thing about we have one faction here who says that we need 4 quarterbacks on the roster because everybody's getting injured all the time, and then we also have one faction of the chat that says no injuries are going to happen. We're going to be completely fine, which I find completely hilarious. And Pickle is on both sides of them, which is even funnier.
On the street, nobody pays attention to your weight class, dude. I don't know what part of the country you live in, but
Young isn't on the street.
What are you
talking about? This is the dumbest analogy.
Shut up! If somebody wanted to whoop your ass, they don't give a damn how big you are, or how little you are, dude.
Christ.
I mean,
I just have something civil to say real quick before you get to these odds. Scott Fitterer clearly is willing to take the risk. Let's just hold the horses on it. If he gets injured like the first game, halfway through the season, then yes, then we can start having concerns. But the dude's missed one game in his football career so far. Let's just hold it up.
I do have a concern though, because we're gonna come in with an offensive
that's
line.
valid.
Hold on.
That's valid. Like,
hold on.
Damn.
I have a concern already because whoever we put back there, because of our offensive line not being fully healthy, that means that we're gonna have to get one of these backups to come in there to hopefully held up and gel, because they have been out the loophole of what we presented last year for the offensive line. So whoever's get back there, because we already injured at the offensive line, I'm questioning about anybody we put back there.
Yeah,
but we don't need any backups.
I'm not worried about Bryce Young.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I haven't said nothing for a second. I want to say something real quick. Let me ask you a question. If Bryce Young was able to add on 10 pounds of muscle, would you prefer that he do that?
It depends.
Simple question. To anyone and everyone. Don't
what do you mean?
I'll go whenever.
No, that is my question.
It depends.
What kind of question is that, though? I don't understand. Of course, we want him to put on a little bit of weight.
Right. So
I don't understand why that's so hard. He's 21 years of age. He's still a fucking young man, bro.
That's the point that you're missing. You want your quarterback to weigh more than you would want him to weigh less. So that's when you're talking about Bryce and Anthony Richardson. Yeah, Bryce is tough
Oh
as fuck.
my fucking God, dude. They have the best
no.
nutrition programs in the fucking country, bro. He can put on some fucking weight.
Bryce Young, Bryce Young is tough as fuck, but you're not gonna tell me that the injury probability doesn't go up when you have a 245-pound guy versus a 195-pound guy. Like, yeah, he's tough, but you want bigger and stronger at the quarterback position. That's the only point that people are making, and it's not a bad point.
G baby, I got a question for G baby. Are you over 21 years old? I'm pretty sure you are, right?
But I think G dipped, bro.
Oh no, I had a hell of a question for him.
Either he dipped, either he got mad and dipped, or his phone threw him out, and he'll be back in a minute.
So my question for G baby, when he get back, y'all help me remind him. I'm sure he's over 21. G baby looks like he might be 5'10". He look like he might be the same size and probably even skinnier than Bryce. If we select Bryce as our number one, I want to challenge him to put on as much weight as Bryce Young put on.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is if it's that easy to do it, right?
Bro, I'm 5'9", 220, and I would get slung and just destroyed in the NFL. And I'm not skinny either. Like I'm a solid guy.
You can't tuck your chin when you're getting suplex on your neck. Like, I'm sorry.
What is funny to me is that like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago on the Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce like podcast, they were like, "Hey, can a regular person come off the street and throw 10 yards in a game?"
Yeah.
Right? And all of the NFL players said a regular person coming in to an NFL like that sized person would be leaving to the hospital. But Bryce Young is an average person. Like he is just an average person, size-wise and everything else. So someone's wrong, right? Either the NFL, players who are in the NFL who are saying, "Hey, if you're going to come in this size, you're going to leave on a stretcher," or Bryce Young is going to go in and he's going to make them all look stupid, right? I'm willing to take the risk because you can see the things that Bryce Young is able to do on the football field. But there still is risk that is the case. Like we can't just discount risk because we like a player. I don't discount the risk of Anthony Richardson because I like Anthony Richardson, right? I don't discount the risk of maybe J.C. Horn is injury prone, right? I don't discount that just because I like J.C. Horn. We can talk about risk, and that doesn't make the player themselves worse or not worthy of being selected.
This is a scary landing spot right here.
Yes, it is. I want to talk about this because this is very interesting. Hey, real quick, Evan's got to jump out of here. Evan, I appreciate you for joining us, brother. Give me your final thoughts before you jump out.
Yeah, man. Just happy that we're 6 days away. And also just want to say thank you for having me on. It's been fun again, like always. And
absolutely.
And
Keep pounding, brother. I appreciate you.
You guys all have a good night.
Yeah, man. See you later, Evan. By the way, we have we got like 2 or 3 more spots. If somebody's been trying to jump on and you haven't been able to, well, now's your opportunity. Get the hell in here.
Before you come in here, before you come in this room, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
That's right. You better be able to fight for your right to speak. That's what you got to do around this bitch. All right, so
manners are not necessary.
Hey, first off, before we go, let me welcome my man, D's Ill Spells. D's, what's up, baby? Hey, get your ear. Yeah, I got you. Get your earphones in, and we'll get you in here. So listen, I want to go on record. I have been calling this for a long time now, that I believe that the Atlanta Falcons are going to try and move up where the Cardinals are drafting, and I think they're going to take Anthony Richardson at number 3.
That is scary, bro. That is super fucking.
And by the way, they've also had all the top quarterbacks in for visits. So they have done their due diligence on quarterbacks. So what do y'all think about that? And also, just like, what are some other landing spots that you see the quarterbacks going to?
I'm gonna say it real quick. This will be y'all worst nightmare. I promise you. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Facts.
Why?
So
why is that? Why though?
For one, okay. Let me break it down. For one, we don't have the corners to cover half of their wide receiver core. Number two, they got a decent offensive line, and number three, you got an athletic quarterback that just needs more time. That's a freak of nature. Oh my God, bruh, that's scary. And their defense is bulked up too. Yeah, bruh, I'm telling you, they're not far away.
I wouldn't mind Anthony Richardson going to Atlanta because I don't think they have a good coaching staff. Like that would be the only thing that I'm like, well, at least their coaching staff fucking sucks, right? But if Anthony Richardson were able to develop himself outside of having a shitty coaching staff, yeah, we would be in a world of hurt for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that Arthur Smith system, I mean, you could fit Anthony Richardson right into that bitch, though. Like,
Can I ask a quick question?
It's built to roll for him. Go ahead, Chad.
Obviously, this ain't gonna happen. That Bryce were to fall outside of 2, right? We all know that. So that's not what I'm not saying that it's a possibility. But can we say that if he did, would we be scared if Atlanta traded up to get Bryce Young? And then we have to face Bryce Young in our division. Would we be scared? Would we have the same feelings that we do now with this topic of Anthony Richardson potentially, possibly getting drafted by Atlanta?
If Bryce went to the Falcons, I would not be scared. I mean, he's not a gunslinger.
I would not either.
That's crazy to me. I would like I think Bryce has elite traits. They're not like elite arm, but he does have elite traits. I don't want that in the same division. I don't know if he's going to pan out and stay healthy and everything else, but I don't want that in the same division. Now, Will Levis, if if the Falcons or Tampa Bay wants to draft Will Levis, I'll help them trade up to go do it.
Yeah, because that's free picks
right.
all day.
Yeah,
right, exactly. But yeah, Bryce Young to a division rival would be like, okay, well let's strap up and let's get after it, because at that point we would end with Anthony Richardson, and I think that would be like the debate on Panthers Twitter for the next 8 to 10 years, or whenever Bryce Young would get injured and sent home. Is should we have went Bryce Young and not Anthony Richardson? And based off of those results, we would either look really stupid or really smart. Same with this scenario here.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And by the way, Ian, your signal was cutting in and out. You were kind of robotic at the end there.
Yeah, I thought it was me.
If you need to jump back in and out or whatever.
Is it better now? Sometimes I just need to refresh it.
It's better now. Real quick. Hey, let me welcome my man Diesel Skills. What's up, brother? You here?
Yeah, I'm in now. Sorry, it just took me a minute. You have to connect the headphones before you go into StreamYard, so my bad.
Oh, you're good, brother. And
so let's rock and roll.
Yep. Yeah, man, absolutely. And then I'm gonna go to you after this, Pickle. Let me introduce Boogie into the stream. Boogie, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Cody?
Chilling, man. So yeah, let me go to Pickle, and then I'm gonna get D's and Boogie into the discussion. Go ahead, Pickle. Finish what you're gonna say.
I really don't. I may be in the minority here. I don't think Atlanta's going after a quarterback this year. I just don't. Not right now. They may later in the draft. I don't think they're going after a quarterback in the first round at all. I wouldn't doubt at all if the Ravens go after a quarterback, but I personally believe that Hooker is going to be gone before the 22nd pick. Just my opinion, though, and we all know what opinions are. So
I agree with Pickle. I think that the Falcons are going to go with like either Christian Gonzalez or Witherspoon to pair with AJ Terrell. Because that defense
Yeah.
is for it.
Hey, real quick, Anthony is about to leave. Let me let Anthony get his final words. And Anthony, to answer your question earlier, I'll go 25 with you, bro. 25. CJ Stroud
All right.
goes number 2 to Houston.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Deal.
All right, and-
You heard it
all
here
right.
first.
Yeah.
25. Me and Anthony.
I got
that
you, bro.
CJ Stroud goes to Houston. All right, Anthony.
All right.
Give me your
And,
final thoughts, bro.
Yeah, man. Nothing else crazy today. Sorry, we're all like, getting fucking aggressive at each other and shit. At the end of the day, it's just football. And dude, I'm so ready for the draft to be here, so we can all just get behind one guy, whoever that is. If it's Bryce or Anthony Richardson, I'm just so sick of fighting about this shit. But yeah, y'all have a good night, man. I'll catch y'all probably next Thursday, actually, for the draft
All right.
party.
Yeah,
So-
man. This is the final free for all before the draft, so it's fitting that we were all turned up a little bit. You know, we had to get the lead out a little bit. But no, you're cool, Anthony. I appreciate you, brother, and I'll see you on draft night, dog.
All right, man. Peace out, everyone. Keep pounding, boys.
Can I keep pounding? I believe the Falcons gonna go after pass rusher. Myself, I believe they're going after a pass rusher.
Can I push back on what Pickle said real quick? Because
yeah, go ahead.
Atlanta is not missing that many pieces. This draft is very deep in pass rushers and corners, so they can still go get a good corner and a good pass rusher later on. If they move up to get Anthony Richardson, because Riddler, he was a 3rd round pick. He wasn't a 1st round, wasn't a 2nd, he was 3rd.
Right.
But he looked better than our 3rd round pick did.
I mean, again, much different sample size and a much better offense. But first scrimmage.
I mean, so at the end of the day, it's like they're not missing that many pieces. They're missing maybe one corner and maybe another edge rusher. But that's about it. They're pretty good all the way around. Like I looked at their whole roster today.
Now,
get another weapon like that.
I mean, they could legit get a guy like Riley Moss if they wanted to.
If a guy like say CJ or Bryce falls to him, I'm sure they may take him, but I don't think they're going to jump on it. I just don't think that they're going to take Richardson or Levis. That's just my opinion, though.
I don't think that they're that close. I think their defense still has a ton of holes and that they overspent in the offseason.
A lot of folks they brought in on for interrupting. A lot of the folks that they brought in on defense, they've got experience, but they're old. They just are. The David Armada's old. Grady's old. Bud Dupree's the reason why he was cut in Tennessee because he just looked horrible. Calais Campbell, he's all right, but he's pretty much a 2-down player. He's just old too. So I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion, though.
Hey, so I'm gonna welcome in another person, and then I want to get all the new people in the chat some time to jump in the discussion. We got Coach Kurt C3. Coach, what's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going? Can you, is it clear? Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to hop in, man. Like I've been, I'm actually a listener from Spotify, so that's where I get all my stuff from you guys. But I just wanted to. So I've actually been doing a research at my college on sports gambling and stuff. And one of the biggest things that like I've kind of caught on to with the whole smear campaign stuff is that a lot of these narratives and stuff, and like you see the lines, you see the numbers, like a lot of these people are pushing you to think, oh, Bryce Young, because these organizations are tied to like ESPN and these other other networks, like they're tied with BetMGM and stuff like that, so they can like have you put money down so they can obviously increase revenue. So like there's a lot more that goes into it rather than just like having the mindset of, oh, that's going to be the pick because, oh, he's from Bama and he's him, and having that debate between him and Stroud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a huge thing. And so I'm actually doing a huge research thing with UNCW out here in North Carolina.
Hey, your volume dip. Come back to the microphone. Let me hear
you. Can hear me? Sorry, I'm at work. I'm like driving right now, so I don't know. It's like in and out.
Nah, now I can hear you. Go ahead.
But yeah, so there was a buddy of mine who actually works for he works for CBS Sports and all this other stuff. And there was a lot of people like when we were doing the research, we had to reach out to people that worked at professional organizations, and they said a lot of what was going on was through sports gambling, and a lot of what was being said on like certain like sports shows and stuff had a lot to do with insider sports gambling.
So, do you think they're trying to move the betting market as opposed to trying to get like who the actual number one pick is going to end up being?
Like, I feel like it's kind of both. I do feel like, I mean, like, obviously we're just fans and we're the ones in the dark, and that it possibly could bump or drop CJ Stroud, but there's so many variables that go into it. There's so many networking and sponsorships.
Yeah.
And, like, being side by side with other, like, NFL teams and other organizations and franchises. Like, that guy that was absolutely shitting on Stroud, I forgot what his name was. I saw it on your guys' show.
Lombardi? Yeah, Michael Lombardi.
Yeah, like he was probably been talking to other franchises and stuff. And I mean, it sounds kind of shady, but people can do stuff like that and be like, hey, can you say this on your show? And I'll slide you some money underneath the table. There could be stuff like that going on. But a lot of these like sports betting organizations like Prize Picks, BetMGM, and those like gambling organizations are obviously because gambling is a huge increase. They are neck and neck and have huge sponsorships with, you know, sports shows like ESPN and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes where insider sports gambling, people are just taking benefit from throwing smoke at us fans to make it sound like, oh, it's definitely going to be Young. Let me put $100, $200, $500 down on Young to be drafted number one, when at the end of the day, we have no fucking idea. So at the end of the day, it is a smoke screen, but it's a smoke screen from where we're putting our money on. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. No, I hear you, man. And we're not going to know until the night of the draft. We had a Houston fan that said something similar earlier, and we just have no way of knowing, man. It wouldn't surprise me. I feel like there's a lot of people who feel like it's already done, and I do too. But it's not gonna surprise me if there was some shenanigans afoot. That's all I'm saying. Real quick, Ian, let's take it out of here. Ian, it's been a great show, man. I appreciate you joining me. Give us some last words for the show, bro.
Yeah, just everybody have a great weekend, and then we're 6 days away from not having to have this conversation again.
Thank God.
That's great. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have a franchise quarterback regardless of who we go with. So that's something to celebrate. So just keep pounding.
Hell yeah, Ian, keep pounding, bro. We'll see you next time.
If I may, real quick.
Yeah,
I'm
then
sorry.
I gotta introduce some more people. Yep.
It's just gonna be real short. When y'all listen to Mark Lombardi talk the way he wants to talk about Stroud and all that, always remember he has a deep history with the Patriot organization and Mr. Belichick. He has a very deep history there.
That man's running interference.
He was accused of sabotaging the Browns when he was GM to help the Patriots, because shortly after he gets fired by the Browns, he immediately goes to work for the Patriots. And also remember, he's worked there before and he's worked there now. And he does like the Raiders head coach quite a bit. So if Bryce Young falls the way, if you remember what the Raiders said, the Raiders head coach said he wasn't drafting anybody. He wasn't planning to trade up for anybody other than Young or CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Just a thought process. But, if you want to connect those dots to go together, you may.
Yeah, that's, I think that's what Kurt was saying. Like, there's a lot of dots that can very easily be connected to all of this. Hey, I see you, Twan. Hang on a minute. I'm going to let Deez and Boogie get off, and then I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to let you roll, Twan. Deez, what are your thoughts, man? Is it wrapped up? Is Bryce Young the pick? If so, how do you feel about it, man?
I got to be honest, Cody, this was not the discussion I expected coming into tonight's podcast. You guys are completely torn on what the Panthers are doing. We just had a press conference with Scott Fitterer where he outlines a regimen for eating and nutrition for Bryce Young, and yet we come on the podcast and we're talking about CJ Stroud being picked. To me, I would think that CJ Stroud is probably going to the Colts. If not, maybe the Colts are just crazy about Levis and they take Levis. I don't see that either. The Raiders could take AR, or the Raiders could want CJ Stroud, just like what Pickle was just saying. So I'm shocked. I'm shocked at what I'm hearing tonight on the podcast. If you listen to Scott Fitterer, just yesterday or the day before, I mean, he's locked into Bryce Young. Even the guy that was sitting beside Scott stopped and he turned. He said,
"Yeah,
I can't believe you're saying that."
Yeah.
Can I push back on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
And that's a great way of recognizing what was going on. But I have to push back on that a little bit because 90% of the questions were only asked about Bryce. It wasn't talked about any other quarterback because the day before Bryce canceled all his trips. So any quarterback that they would have asked the question about, if they would have asked, "Hey, how are you going to fix Levis's accuracy?" they would have had an answer for it because they've already done their study. So I don't think you should look into it too deep, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, last year in the offseason, you had Fitterer, and he outlines exactly what we're going to do for the entire offseason. $150 shoots it straight, bro. That's all there is to it.
He does. He really does say exactly what he ends up intending to do. And you're right. There was a moment when Cole Spencer turned and looked at him like, "Hey, man, maybe pump the brakes a little bit. This is where I'm at. I've resigned myself that the pick is going to be Bryce Young. The reason why there's still a debate is there's a lot of people that are still worried about having a 5'10 and a half, 190 or 200 pound quarterback. So, it's going to be weird for a little while. Boogie, to do, man, anything you want to jump in on any of the conversation we've been having, just jump in on it, man.
No, I'm good. I'm just listening in the background.
All right, dude, cool. Let me introduce my man from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. We did a real fun mock draft the other night. It was incredible. I love doing it. We need to do more collabs. It's the man, Twan Don. Twan, what's up, brother?
Twan Don.
Yo. The bad guy.
Yo, what's good, man?
Chilling, man.
Oh, fucking time, man. Shit.
Bro, you missed it, Twan. We've been fighting in here for like 2.5 hours, dog. We were
Hey, look,
down,
man.
bro.
First of all, my Knicks is on tonight, so y'all know the Panthers got to take it backstage of that shit.
They in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They finna whip the
Basketball
Cavs' ass. I'm
Yeah.
honest, like,
Whoever's saying boo is probably a fucking Hornets fan. I feel sorry for you. Hey, listen.
Still on Buzz City.
Hey, look. When they say Carolina, you on the clock, and Roger Goodell comes out there and says it was the first pick the Carolina Panthers select, it's gonna be fucking CJ Stroud, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you why. You guys continue, and I keep telling you, stop listening to the media.
Hold on. I do want to mention this. I saw someone. I mean, like, it could just be a random comment on the internet, but on another Panthers podcast, someone said they saw CJ at the Charlotte airport. And he looked pissed.
No. See, that's the shit I'm talking about, man. Stop reading bullshit.
Hey.
You guys gotta stop reading the dumb shit.
They like it.
You know, I mean, look, check this out. This whole thing is turning to the damn national.
My brother's sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, let me have my moment. You guys keep right on listening to the fucking National Panther Inquirer, man. Stop doing that shit, bro.
I put it out there.
I have never withered away from CJ Stroud. I know they're gonna pick fucking CJ Stroud. I know this. The thing is all these little things they keep doing with Bryce Young. I think Scott and them are just sitting back and they're laughing because they're just like they have no clue. The media does not design teams. They try to do it every year. The media tries to make you believe that we choose for teams. We make the choice for them,
I keep
and then
thinking
we're
that
gonna
too.
push
I
the
know
agenda to make
exactly
you
where you're
guys.
coming from, bro. Because what are the odds?
Am I
that
talking or not?
media-
Is it
No,
my
I
time?
mean,
Oh,
Is it my
fault,
time?
man. You got that knowledge.
Oh, tight. Let me get my time. Hey, listen. The look. I'm 80% of y'all was CJ Stroud when all the shit started. And the thing is, all somebody's done is convinced y'all to go, maybe they're gonna pick up Bryce. Man, look, they're not picking Bryce Young up. I'm not gonna sit here and go all day with the too little and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not gonna be upset if we get either quarterback. The thing with Bryce Young, though, that scares me, though, is we said it 1,000 times, Cody. When somebody's defensive end or somebody's linebacker is bending that damn corner, wow. We just seen it with the Miami quarterback. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to Bryce Young or whatever. But the thing is, man, CJ Stroud has better arm. He has better ball placement to me. You know what I'm saying? And the people want to take that and use that against him like he wasn't running for his life at Ohio State. So Bryce Young back there scrambling, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool that he's a great scrambler. And I'm not counting. So if we get him, we know he can do that. I just think that the media has made a lot of you guys' decisions and not yourself. I think you let the media do your research for you and you didn't research yourself. So when they say CJ Stroud on Thursday night, you're going to be looking like you got pancakes on your face because you listen to the media, and every year the media, when people keep trying to prove you, stop listening to them. They don't know anything, man. It's just their opinion. Vegas makes tons of money off this shit every year.
So, Twan, let me say this. Let me say this, and then I'm gonna introduce JJ and then let Chad. But let me say this. That was originally my thought, Twan. And you know me, I don't believe the media for shit. And especially with all this stuff coming out about, oh, he's uncoachable, he bombed the S2, all these other different things. I'm telling you, man, I feel it in my bones.
Cody, it's gonna be even more shit this week. It's gonna be even more shit this week.
So, but let me tell you this though, Twan. If you're right, and this is all just a smokescreen, and they intend to draft CJ Stroud, bro, Fitterer pulled off the biggest finesse job in the history of general managers.
That's why they're smiling at press conferences.
History, bro.
Because they said the media don't know shit. They don't know what we're doing. And you guys are listening, man. So you know what's gonna happen, Cody? For all the Bryce Young fans, you know what I'm saying, who are not even considering CJ Stroud, when they say CJ Stroud, they're gonna call Fitterer anything but a man of God that night because they listen to the media. And Scott gonna say, "I never told y'all I was getting Bryce Young."
Yo, G baby popped up on you, Twan. He heard you talking shit about his favorite 5'10".
Look, man, that's the thing I don't do. I don't talk shit about Bryce Young because I know it's a real possibility that we'll get him. And then why would I talk shit about a good quarterback? I don't have to make my point about CJ Stroud by talking shit about Bryce Young. And that's the thing that most people can't do.
That's where I'm at with it.
Truth.
I don't have to talk shit. If the only way you can support your quarterback is talking shit about the other one, then you need to start over.
That's facts.
Jay Wright in the chat just tagged talking about Bryce Young got no fans. Nah, he got fangirls.
That's bullshit. They both got fans.
Yeah, bro. Bryce Young fans are vicious.
They both come from great families. They're both men of God. They both are very, very talented. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They both got mass support. Both of these guys got great records or whatever. So the media are going to do anything they can to try to sully these dudes. They probably looking back to see if they fought a girl or some shit in 4th grade so they can bring that shit out. Right. You're going to hear all kinds of bullshit this coming up week, bro. Trust me.
Let me I didn't introduce JJ. JJ, welcome to the pod, bro. And what you got for us, dog?
Everything he just said, I hope it's true next Thursday. I would love nothing more than to see that motherfucker in the bottom right be disappointed while I wear my CJ jersey. But I mean, Hey man, we just got a week more to go to see what the truth is.
G Baby
Who's
shouldn't
really
be
gonna call the
disappointed
truth.
though.
Yeah, but
G
he'll make
Baby shouldn't be
arrests.
disappointed.
He'll call Scott Fitterer everything under the sun but good.
Yep.
He'll call CJ Stroud trash. He'll say we made the mistake of a lifetime. Even if Bryce Young gets injured week 1, he'll still say we made a mistake. We can't convince him otherwise until CJ comes out, winning some games. Whoever our quarterback is, I mean, as we can see, I already changed my picture. Because someone in the group chat said he got called the gingerbread man when he was younger. I'm running away with that. That's what I want to call him. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. He's the gingerbread man.
Alabama, yeah.
That is hilarious.
Hey, Cody, can I say something real quick?
I'm the gingerbread.
Let me say.
Yeah, go ahead, Twan.
Let me say something real quick based on what he just said. No, it's real quick, Cody. It's real quick. It's real quick. Real quick.
Then I told Chad that he can go like 5
I got you, Chad. Listen, whatever quarterback we pick Thursday night is instantly going to become my profile picture.
Oh, yeah.
I love both quarterbacks.
Whoever it is, whoever the pick is on Thursday, I'm standing.
I just know that it's going to be a lot of fucking crybabies that love Bryce Young that are not going to accept that we got a new quarterback, bro. If we pick CJ Stroud, and that's some dumb shit.
Or Will Levis or whoever it is, like whoever that name is, I'm getting up and I'm standing for it and I'm clapping. If they deserve a standing ovation,
I'm not going to clap against Will Levis, but
man,
understandable. But whoever our franchise chooses to be the future guy to send us to the promised land, you got to support him. So
no, but without a doubt, you're gonna have to cheer for him
on Sundays when he's throwing those touchdowns to TMJ.
So let me get this right, Twan.
This is a great problem, guys. Y'all we got to pick between a great quarterback and some fucker.
You would think those are the two quarterbacks available.
No.
Hey, yeah, get in, Chad.
But here's the thing: that Christian Balboni.
I'll let him go.
Go ahead. My bad.
No. You go ahead. You go ahead, bro. You go ahead. You've been wanting to talk.
Baby's picture.
Go ahead, Deez. No, I got you. Yeah, so Christian Balboni interviews Mina Kimes this week on the Panthers.com, and they put it out, on their YouTube channel about all this stuff about Bryce Young, and you're telling me that's all smokescreen, that that we really want CJ Stroud and that 15 minutes you spent interviewing and talking that Mina Kimes and talking about how we were going to take Bryce Young was all smoke. Is that what we're saying? Really?
Man,
that was this week, guys.
Guess what? All I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this. Mina Kimes' last name ain't Fitterer. She ain't Mina Fitterer. She don't sit in no meetings where they make decisions. That's the thing, though, man. Reporters are reporters. When those guys meet to talk about that type of shit, it's probably about 3 or 4 guys in that room total.
But when Kristen puts out a video, it's pretty middle of the road.
Let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. The only 3 people that know who the Carolina Panthers is going to pick, y'all say it with me: Scott, Frank, and the owner. They're the only 3 people that know who we're going to pick. Not no assistant coaches, not defensive coaches, none of them. It's only 3 guys that know.
And then
I want to ask a question real quick. G baby, I know you're sitting there with your hand over your mouth, but if the Panthers did draft CJ, bro, are you not? What do you do then? You're not fucking with him.
You better leave that free for all. You ain't gonna want to hear what I'm saying.
G baby was never a Panthers fan.
But no, G baby, you may not want to admit it right now, but earlier in this season, when you were talking about wanting to trade up, you said CJ Stroud's name a lot. So what are you doing if they draft CJ, bro?
You better leave that free for all.
You want the gingerbread man as our quarterback?
Nah, don't do that.
Let me
Don't
ask
do
you
that.
guys something.
Don't do that.
I'm just messing around.
Go ahead, G. Go ahead, G.
When you walk outside, what color is the sky?
That's just blue as hell, bro.
It's black right now.
It's blue, right?
Yeah, right now it's black.
It's a blue sky, right?
For now,
it's black when I look outside.
Okay, well that's I'm not even gonna respond to that, bro. Because y'all was a bunch of dummies, bro. Because I don't even know Bro, it's a pointless, stupid conversation, bro.
But you notice how you didn't answer my question?
There's no signs that have been pointed to CJ Stroud. There's no signs that have been pointed to AR. Everything has been pointed to Bryce Young. I don't see AR or CJ Stroud in Sports Illustrated. I don't see them on First Take. I don't see them on Steve Smith's podcast. The greatest, one of the top two greatest Carolina Panthers of all time, bro. I don't want to hear shit from you guys. I really don't, bro. I don't.
Steve is a favorite, though.
Trevor Lawrence.
I don't.
Trevor Lawrence and Andrew.
I don't.
Who was
There's nothing you guys can tell me, bro, because everything that Carolina's came out and told me, it's going to be Bryce Young, bro.
Every single time.
They didn't tell you anything.
No,
they didn't tell you shit.
Fitterer? You've been talking to Scott Fitterer.
Are you quitting your fandom of
They
the
didn't tell
Panthers
you shit.
if they draft
Cody,
Stroud, G?
Yes.
Well,
That's exactly why I still.
Hey, that's why I'm gonna love when they say CJ Stroud's name, because y'all allow
and you know what, Stroud? And when they say Bryce Young's name, bro, I don't want you to be like, oh my God, fucking Bryce Young. Nah, bro. I want him to prove to you, and then you can be like, okay, this is why I love fucking Bryce Young. Not because, oh my God, we fucking drafted him, bro.
You don't need to do that, because I already said
for
I'm
6
cheering for him
months,
no matter
bro.
what.
You've been shitting on him for 6 months, so keep it that way until he proves you wrong, bro. Not just because he was drafted by the fucking team, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here.
Who shitted on Bryce Young?
He haven't been watching
This
podcasts.
is the problem with this whole argument. People just
Nobody's ever shitted on Bryce Young.
Wait, hold up. Everybody, hold up. Everybody, time
Yeah,
out.
Mr. 18%. Let's go get
Yeah,
Mr.
hold
18.
up. I'm muting everybody.
Mr.
Panther
510.
Pickle needs his out, so I'm gonna give him his out. Pickle.
Pickle leaving?
It was
Yeah.
it was a
Pickle,
fun
you ain't
spot.
going no fucking way. I just got
Yeah,
it.
Oh yeah, I'm
He's
going to
going
go
to talk
over
to
to
Greg
listen.
and
The show about to end anyway. It's 3 hours.
Dude, you weren't here for most of it. I done got my blood pressure up, screaming and yelling. And I got the headache,
yeah, he's
and
been going off.
I'm
Bro.
Don't let it do that,
and
man.
besides, it's the same damn conversation we had last week. Same damn conversation we had week before that. It's always bitching, yelling, and screaming about the fucking quarterback position. Like
Well,
there
Pickle.
ain't other damn positions on this fucking team we got to talk about.
This
But we
is
never do. So
this is the final time that we're gonna do this. So
Nah.
praise the
no,
Lord.
we won't.
then.
We'll do it next week.
It's gonna be.
No.
It's gonna
We'll do it
definitely
next
be. It's gonna definitely be a Wednesday free fall.
I'm not letting us do it next week.
It's gonna definitely be a Wednesday free fall.
Whoever we draft, you're allowed to say one time that you don't like it. Then we gotta move the fuck on and talk about some.
And then you need to move the fuck on.
I know, I do.
No, I'm talking about whoever says they don't like it. They need to move the fuck on.
All right, but go ahead, Pickle. Give us your final thoughts, man.
Y'all hit that like button, and these boys do a lot of shows every day. Sometimes they'll just pop up a new show like Tony did the other day. But hit them out, front them, like them, and all, and y'all have a good one. Keep pounding.
Pickle.
I just don't
Is that
understand
Dave?
why we got to.
Yes, sir.
I just
What up,
I don't
boy?
understand
What's
why
happening?
like if your preference is another quarterback that's not Bryce Young, I don't know why we got to slander each other like it's
It doesn't make
a
sense.
life or death situation.
I want to talk to G Baby on that.
Well, no. I'm not calling anybody out. It's like everyone that has been a Bryce Young supporter. It's like you got to think like me, and if you don't think like me, you're fucking wrong. And like, I like at the end of the day, man. Like if we draft
Sound like
Bryce,
some
cool.
Republicans to me.
If we draft Bryce. If we draft Bryce, cool. I want to see him succeed. He's I've watched his podcast, listened to him talk. He's a lovable guy. He would be a great cornerstone piece to this franchise, and I think that he would be an excellent leader. I think that he can strive to be great. And like I said, I think he'll be a fan favorite, et cetera, et cetera. But if we draft CJ, I'm gonna feel the exact same way. If we draft Anthony Richardson, I'm gonna feel the exact same way. If we draft Will Levis, I'm gonna drink bleach.
Wow.
We're all gonna bleach our eyes.
No. I said I'm gonna drink bleach, bro. If we draft,
Y'all
Will
see the
Levis,
commercial? Wow.
right? But I think it's like, bro, like at the end of the day, we're all here because we want to see Carolina hoist a Lombardi trophy. That's all we want to see. I'm sick and tired of Madden being the only way I can see that. So if it's CJ, that's quarterback one. If that's Bryce, it's quarterback one. If it's AR, it's quarterback one. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna come up here and be like, because I was a CJ, because when this all started, I went CJ Stroud. And Twan, I've got a legitimate question for you.
Okay.
But and then I started watching more Anthony Richardson film, and I fell in love with AR. I love his game. I think he's got a high upside. But Twan, for you, I want to ask your the question. When you came in, you said that you've never backed off that you believe that it's CJ Stroud. May I ask, why do you firmly believe in your heart that it's going to be CJ Stroud?
I mean, I just I use the eye test. I don't listen to the media. I don't read media quotes. That's why I never come in here quoting stuff from the media or whatever. I never do that. Check my tape, my receipts. I never quote what they say. I use the eye test. I mean, I saw what he did all year on tape. I don't go by combines and stuff. Although CJ Stroud looked good at the combine, but I go by his game tape. And Bryce Young and them that they match up. It's like they said they're 1A and 1B. I just prefer Stroud because of height, weight, and I think he throws the ball better. That's just my opinion. My eye test show me that far more than what any media can tell me of how close the combine, how close that all our coaches and pro day were all up on this dude, around him, just like the type of eye contact. I mean, shit that our offensive with the quarterbacks coach, things that he did. It's all Panther related. Could I be wrong about that? Absolutely. But those are the type of things that I look at. I think he slipped out when he said, well, we'll have to do that when you get to Charlotte. But I didn't buy into that. I don't feed into that. I just think at the end of the day, if they're thinking like I'm thinking, that CJ Stroud is going to be the better choice if you're taking everything into consideration, all intangibles and size out here with a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just it for me at the end of the day. The way these dudes interview and everything, they're both great. They're great all around people, whatever. I just think when you start going down the road with everything, and then and as a head coach especially, it's got to be, I like his size at the end of the day. But what we all know is one thing that none of us talk about is just this right here. I don't give a fuck what any of us want. Guess what David Tepper could decide on Thursday morning? I had a dream, and y'all need to take CJ Stroud or y'all need to take Bryce Young. It really could come down to just that on the last day. Because as much as we want to believe what the coaches want to do, and then the way the media been going, 1 week they're going, the head coach, Tepper likes Stroud. Then he goes, oh, now he likes Bryce Young or whatever. Tepper could actually wake up, and I hope he wouldn't do that shit, and go, I had someone's telling me to just go with this guy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then everything that they game plan for or whatever, what they gonna do? They got to go up there and choose the guy that the owner wants. I told y'all, go watch Draft Day, the movie or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that we're gonna play it out like that.
To play devil's advocate, though, David Tepper just paid a bunch of money for this brand new coaching staff.
Yeah.
If his coaching staff,
he better listen to him.
But that's what I'm saying. You just paid them all this money, and you're gonna tell them the guy you're gonna tell them to draft the guy that they don't want to draft if they have one quarterback.
Cody, owners are cocky like that.
I understand that. But listen, the last 2 years in a row, there were rumors that David Tepper wanted certain quarterbacks in the draft, and he deferred to Matt Fool and didn't do it. So in my mind, and then I'm gonna let D's go.
Well, that's proving my point, then, Cody. So maybe he's like, maybe Tepper says, I'm gonna make the choice myself. I'm not gonna give it to somebody else.
Right, but now you have the staff that's qualified to make that decision, though. Like, why would he give the benefit of the doubt to Rule?
Cody, I don't know why. I'm just saying he's the owner and he can do it.
No, you're right. I mean, he's the owner. He wrote a check for what, $3 billion or some shit.
If it's my team and I'm the owner, I mean, shit. I'm
I hear
going who the fuck I want.
All right, D's, jump in, man. I saw you talking.
Yes. So you guys are beating all around the bush right here. You're so close. You've said it for weeks and for months. These two guys, we got to pick between these two guys. It's Stroud and it's Young. It's Stroud and it's Young. But what is the tipping point, right? They're both great. They're both good. You look at their stats, they're similar. But what are we missing? What's the tipping point? The tipping point is the Teppers. That's exactly what it is. You got a coaching staff that's torn between two different quarterbacks, and you've got an owner and a wife, Nicole Tepper, who believe in Bryce Young. Not only do they believe in Bryce Young, they believe in Bryce Young's parents. They believe in his parents.
Who told you that?
It's his family. The information's out there. The information's out there.
These are just
Go
rumors
to
from Twitter.
CarolinaCatChronicles.com and read my article. I'll outline it for you, Twan, if you need it. But it's
I'm just saying, when did David Tepper or Nicole Tepper ever say that?
No, that was reported.
Look at the photos. Look at the media. Look at the things that were said.
That's what I just told you.
No, let me back him up. I've seen that reported a few different places. That part of the reason why they do like Bryce is because of not only the man himself, but apparently David Tepper and Mrs. Tepper hit it off with the family big time. And that's important, man, because you're not just drafting the player.
They don't got shit to do with what's going on the football field.
Yeah, but it does. I mean, it does. If you like the family, you're drafting the family too.
I can't stand when people make choices like that, man. I don't give a fuck about his family. What is he going to do on the field?
To Twan's point, didn't Patrick Mahomes' father literally just say that the Bears GM told him they were picking his son that night or that morning of the draft day, and then pick Mitchell Trubisky? Like, anything can happen until they say with the first pick. Nothing matters before that. And
man, y'all holding on to a fucking string, man.
Nobody was.
Y'all holding on to the string, man. Let it be Thursday already, man. I'm sick of this shit, man.
Thursday yet.
What are we doing with the 39th pick, bro?
Hey, yo, I got.
What are we doing in the third, fourth, fifth round, man?
Nobody was hating on Bryce Young. Nobody said nothing bad. Calm down. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
G-Baby gonna be on suicide watch Thursday night.
Because really nothing matters with the media.
Better find his ass.
Last year it was supposed to be Aiden Hutchinson, and then all of a sudden, last second, it was Trayvon Walker.
I even bet on
I mean, look,
we didn't know about that until
listen,
the
at
week
the
of the
end of the
draft.
day, Twan and JJ are not wrong. Theoretically, it could, they could switch it up. But and listen, as somebody who has said that Stroud is my number one, I believe that they're drafting Bryce. I don't believe that it's a smokescreen.
Damn, Cody, they done got you too, man. Damn.
Hey, man, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Damn, Cody. You done went to the other side for real, just like that?
No, it's not even the other side.
They got you, man. They got you.
No, Twan, let me defend myself. You know
they sold you a bill of goods, bro.
Whenever you hear this man talk, it is not hard to see why everyone loves him, man. Dude, he says all the right things. He knows the playbooks in and out. Coaches loved him. He has an incredible mind. The dude does it all, man. He's perfect in the interviews, and he does come from a great family.
Cody, does great interviews score touchdowns? Dude, does great interviews score touchdowns?
That's not my point, though, Twan. That's obvious.
You guys are falling in love with the guy and not his skills.
But we're not talking about us. We're talking about the Teppers and our coaching
If
staff.
you're gonna say that, does CJ Stroud have a Heisman, bro? If you're talking about fucking skill,
the Heisman thing is a stupid
No. Bryce Young's the only Heisman quarterback to ever come out of fucking Alabama. So how are we going to talk about skills, bro? If you're talking about skills, how are you going to talk about skills, though?
Won a Heisman.
Come on, bro.
Won a Heisman.
Stop it, Twan. Stop it, bro.
You can be great at college and be ass.
But do you know how many people that won the Heisman that are
Twan,
bust?
just a couple of months ago, you wanted Will Levis, bro. So stop, bro. Just a couple months ago, you was pulling for Will fucking Levis. Stop.
Hey, can I put that in context?
No, I don't want to hear nothing, bro.
Let him defend
You gotta let me defend
Cody,
myself
by
with
the way,
that.
like I want CJ,
Let me defend myself on that.
Hey, hold on,
The
JJ.
reason why I
It's
said
gonna be
Will Levis is because we were picking what?
Sitting at 9.
What were we picking? At 9th.
Yeah.
At 9th.
I've been listen. My man Evan's been trying to get in. We need to let Evan jump in on this shit, man. Where did you hear some bullshit there?
Well, yeah, man. I just want to say that I think that we should all just stay optimistic about this because nobody knows. There's a chance that it couldn't be the guy that we want or that it could be the guy. So even for the Bryce Young people and CJ people, we're both going to be stubborn about who we want. That's not going to change until we see the pick. And it's become blatantly obvious. Even if you try to convince one side or the other, it just seems like it's always been a back and forth. But I just think that we need to stay optimistic and that I do still think there's a chance that it could be CJ. I'm more of a CJ guy, and I'm of course going to say that. But I also I'm not falling to the side of that it's going to be Bryce. It does seem like it is starting to become more of that. But also at the same time, Twan is right. The media doesn't know. ESPN doesn't know. I think Ian Rappaport, who said that they don't have their pick yet, is more reliable than Adam Schefter, who has said they have their pick. By the way. Ian Rappaport, I don't know. I just feel that NFL Network people are more reliable than ESPN. They're just trying to find things to talk about because we're in a downtime of the offseason where there's not much to talk about other than really like what might happen in the draft. And I think that's part of the reason why Chris Mortensen brought that up in that episode or whatever they were doing their mock draft or whatever, and that's why Adam Schefter has said this about Bryce the entire time.
They got to keep their ratings up. They got to keep people engaged. They're gonna say crazy shit on these shows, man. They have to keep the customer engaged.
It's not looking good for us CJ supporters, you know. It really does look like it could be Bryce.
And that's why
I've been more so on the side of we don't know until we know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's why until the draft night,
the Carolina Panthers select CJ Stroud of Ohio State University Thursday night.
That would be lovely.
I'm just gonna say I told you, and I'm not even gonna come on no show and argue that shit. I'm just gonna say stop listening to the media.
See, that's the thing.
Hey, hold on. Two things. I didn't even see this a while back. Just don't care. Gifted 5 C3 memberships. Just don't care. You are the man all the time, brother. You know we love you over here at C3, bro. I appreciate you, big dog. That's big time. And then hang on, my man Jay Issue wanted to get in. Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so I have a few points to get at. So when the two quarterbacks were the talk, right? It was with CJ being the main face, right? So I don't know where this Bryce shit came from, and then with the Bryce Young bus and the CJ bus, the CJ bus is not tripping. If it is Bryce, if he is our guy, it's the Bryce fans that's delusional and that's losing their fucking mind. If it's not him, they don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. If it's not Bryce, I think everybody just need to chill. I mean, I prefer Stroud. I don't. If Bryce the guy, then okay, he the guy. If it's Will Levis or anybody else, I have to turn my Panther fandom cord in. That's just me. That's just me.
I do. A lot of people think the same thing, man. If they drafted Will Levis, a lot of people are like, "All right, man." But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna worry about
heard that one before. Oh my god!
It's the only thing we agree on.
I mean, shit.
Yo,
We made this
I'm not
shit
even.
all the time.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie though. Like, if the pick is CJ Stroud, we gonna have to like start like a new stream because it's gonna be a fucking war zone in that motherfucker. And I ain't gonna be here for it. Like,
Nah, G Baby don't want to show his face.
if it's
CJ.
young, I'll be happy. If
Ask
it's young, I'll
yourself
be
why
happy.
though. Why is it gonna be a war zone? Ask yourself why.
Because they're gonna be salty.
Why is it gonna be a war zone? Why would Panthers be fighting about a number one quarterback?
I agree with you, Twan. I fully agree with you. I'm not gonna sit here and throw into people's face like, aha, I knew it. Like, no, I mean, it's just like
I'm not even gonna do that.
Right. Like, I ain't gonna be in that stream freaking arguing because we just literally just drafted a franchise.
What's Bryce Young's number?
9.
Number 9.
So if they select Bryce Young, that's gonna be the first jersey I get.
Yep.
Period.
Same here.
Oh,
Same here.
Period.
Oh yeah, big
And
fact.
that process blue.
A lot of people here will be doing that.
All I'm saying is, for people who are dead set on Bryce Young, are you going to have the same love for CJ Stroud? Now, that's the real conversation.
Let's ask G
I
Baby.
think so.
Getting that CJ?
No,
jersey?
hell no. No, they won't.
I ain't gonna lie though. It and this runs deep in my LSU fandom. It's gonna be real hard to wear an Alabama player.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can agree with
He
that.
won't be an Alabama player. He'll be a player for the Panthers.
No.
LSU beat Bryce Young in
Yes, they
Alabama
did.
this year.
And I was there. And it was loud as shit. And Bryce seized the moment. It was insane. I mean, nobody is taking anything away of what Bryce Young is capable of doing in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody is.
That's the thing about all this is people sometimes when you talk about or like say what you think like CJ is better at than Bryce or what Bryce people think he's better at than CJ. I feel like sometimes we can all get like offended by it and instantly just go to conclusions that they're tearing
shit.
down the other one. Yeah.
But they don't feel hurt.
G Baby.
Yeah, and also about I don't like Alabama that much either. Mostly, I know Cody can agree with this, but kind of like that rivalry that Clemson started to have with Alabama always playing each other and the Natties.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dude, those are some of the most nerve-wracking moments of my life.
Hey guys,
Except
look,
the one when we
Cody knows
destroyed
that.
them.
Cody knows I hate Clemson. I fucking hate Clemson. But if the year Deshaun Watson came out, I wanted Deshaun Watson. I'm not stupid.
Panthers, not for college.
What's your college team?
He's an FSU fan.
Ooh,
That's gonna be a good game this year.
You want to get on that show, bro? I'll
Yeah.
come on as an LSU fan. We got y'all. Week
Absolutely, let's do it. Hey, but listen, but Cody, look, Cody. The thing is, that year Deshaun Watson came out, I don't give a fuck, man. I wanted him. I wanted Deshaun Watson.
Oh, we picked Christian McCaffrey that year.
We wouldn't
Hey,
even
on the
need to
real-
try to trade for Deshaun then if we could have just drafted him.
Hey, yo, Twan, on the real, are you in Tallahassee?
No, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, you're in Raleigh. Okay, 'cause I was gonna say, bro, I got a lot of love for FSU. When we went, we
National champion 2023, bro. Get ready.
Bro, Jordan.
Get ready, Cody.
Sorry.
Jordan Travis, like as an LSU fan.
Hey, Cody clearly ain't seen our team then.
As an LSU fan,
You ain't got nothing on Tigers, bro.
As an LSU fan, it would not surprise me if Jordan Travis is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be the number one overall pick.
Man, look, y'all better be worried about Jordan Travis when he come out next year.
That dude's a dog.
Nobody's
and then that boy
nobody's
Jordan
going over
Verse,
Caleb.
Bro,
Jordan
Jared
Verse.
Yeah, he's gonna be very good.
Man, we got a 6'7". We got we got a 6'7" and a 6'8" receiver that can fly up the field this year, bro. We got Verse on the man. Look, Cody, we gonna bust y'all shit this year, bro.
Neither of them are
college
better
football
than
is
Marvin
better
Harrison.
when
Fuck you
Florida
not,
State is
bro.
good.
My Tigers
College
run
football.
this shit until further notice, baby.
Hey,
Yeah.
college football is better when you have the Seminoles war chant going on. When they're better,
Exactly.
college football's better. And Cody, we
Not
LSU.
Clemson.
Hey, Cody, bro. In 2025, LSU's coming to that. What do y'all call it? Y'all call it Death Valley?
No,
up
no,
there?
no. You know what it's called. We're the real Death Valley up here.
No,
bro.
fam.
No, the real Death Valley is in Baton Rouge.
Valley, bro.
Hey, wait,
We're the
wait.
real Death Valley. Hey, no, Chad, you know for real, they used to call it LSU Death Valley because it was so loud. It would
Oh
turn
no,
me deaf.
Clemson don't like playing good teams to start the year off with. They like playing South Dakota State and motherfuckers like that.
We played Georgia to open up the fucking
And what
season a
happened?
year
And
ago.
what happened?
Oh, we lost by a touchdown.
It
was 7-3. I mean, it was
10-3.
10-3. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
Georgia
You are
didn't have
on-
an
yo, you are
Georgia didn't
tripping.
have an offensive touchdown. Our defense shut down their offense, man. But DJ threw a fucking pick six at the end of the game.
And we all know
Gave
who
it right
gave the
back to
bus,
him,
sadly.
man.
The first half. I remember watching that game. That game was fire.
2025, LSU goes to Clemson, and 2026, Clemson comes to Death Valley.
I'm
The battle of the real Tigers.
That whole
None of y'all
Death Valley
teams can
shit.
fuck
Hey,
with Ohio
Cody,
State.
The battle of the real Tigers.
Hey, on the real, Cody, you know I got much love and respect for you, bro. But
Oh,
y'all
yeah, man.
y'all don't start earthquakes like we do down here.
Whatever, bro. The original Death Valleys and
Man, Clemson just got good over the last 10 years. Before that,
Man, whatever.
they
Ain't
were
nobody
homecoming
even talking.
games.
Man, whatever, man. Yeah, hey, man. I just know my team has been a staple of the college football playoff, and
That's a fact.
I'm just
That's
saying,
definitely a
bro.
fact.
You know,
Just the past couple of years have
I don't
been
know.
the best.
My team got
Sadly.
5 rings. What about yours?
man. When's
Your
the last
team got
time FSU?
embarrassed by Oregon
When's the
when they
last
were in
time
the
the
playoffs.
FSU
It's the
came
Ringling brothers
close
over
to
here.
beating Clemson? Yeah, he don't answer that one. FSU
What?
don't never come close to beating Clemson. When was the
Man,
last
Jameis
time y'all
Winston.
beat
Hey,
Clemson?
Jameis Winston went to Death Valley in his freshman year and beat
Yeah,
y'all
you
by
talking like
56.
what 9 years ago now?
Bro's
Come
talking
on.
about shit from a decade ago.
Yeah, I know, right?
What did
I don't
Jameis
give a
Winston do
fuck.
in
It
that
happened.
playoff? What did Jameis Winston do in that playoff game?
Hey man,
He
real
went
quick,
to
let me
Death Valley his first year and dropped 56.
Hey yo, man, let me welcome Kendall to go. Kendall, what's up, bro?
Kingdale, shout out Kingdale.
Kendall, you there?
I saw Uncle.
Cody Lack, what's going on, boss man?
Yo, what up with you, bro?
What do you know about it?
Man, I've been fighting all day, Kendall.
I heard. Man, I've been traveling. I've been listening. But I couldn't sit back no more and let Twan Don spit this blasphemy out his mouth anymore. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. This guy.
He's been spitting bullshit the whole fucking time he's been
Nah,
here.
he about to come in with some Bryce. You can tell he come in with some Bryce Young bullshit.
Yeah, G-Baby mad. This is the same guy that was drooling over Kenny Pickett last year. Drooling over Kenny Pickett.
Talk to him.
This is the same guy that's believing that same bullshit that's going on around here. Smoke screens all day when the whole damn Panthers, everybody, even the secretary bitches, went down there to look at Kenny Pickett's fucking hands. Do y'all understand that shit?
Hey,
I'm
Kendall.
sitting there telling the whole
Who
damn
picked up
time
Kenny Pickett?
we're picking a fucking tackle. Do y'all understand that?
Who picked up Kenny Pickett though?
What you mean who picked up Kenny Pickett?
The winningest coach in the fucking NFL right now, who's never lost a season. So he went to Pittsburgh.
And he was one game from fucking up his record.
I don't give a fuck. And he's gonna be
Kenny
starting there next year.
So you understand what I'm saying? One game.
So what the fuck are you talking
One
about?
game.
Hey, Cody, how do you feel about Kenny Pickett?
Damn, Twan, you can't pick a winner for shit. Just like you just said.
Hey, listen,
Huh?
is Pickett starting at Pittsburgh next year or not?
And
I'll rest my case, Nick.
Then they're gonna be driving another damn quarterback. They're gonna be driving another damn
I mean, he
quarterback.
like he riding the pond or some shit. He's
What
starting.
the fuck? 1 year. That little hand bitch. We didn't want that motherfucker anyway.
Is he starting at Pittsburgh next year or
He has
not?
some baby hands.
This is what I'm
He
saying.
has some baby hands, bro.
This is where I'm coming from. King Richard the 15th will be our new quarterback.
Oh, here he go with that bullshit.
Do y'all
See what I'm
understand it?
saying? He came here and
King
said all
Richard
that shit to say
Man.
that.
That's who Frank
King
likes.
Richard
Frank likes
the
AR.
15th will be our new quarterback.
You're gonna say all that and end it with some AR-15 shit.
That's
So
blasphemy.
y'all just
The project of all projects.
calm down and pump your brakes. That's all you need to do.
We got an
Calm down,
echo.
pump your brakes.
Yeah, whoever
The
has
project
an
of all
echo,
projects.
that
That's probably that might be me. Y'all, can you hear me now?
No. It was popping. It was popping.
Okay. He's been
The
having
Malik
echo all day.
Willis of the
I've
draft.
been fucking with him all
Yo,
day. He's been
yeah.
having-
Whoa. Anthony Richardson is like a million times better than Malik Willis. Let me get that out.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
I'm just saying he's the Malik Willis of this draft.
Thank you.
Facts.
And then the other, then there was
is the best
King
nickname,
Richard,
by
King
the way.
Richard the 15th.
That is
Anyway.
a fire nickname.
I think that's who Frank Reich wants.
Then there was another guy that got on earlier,
so?
Cody, just talking. I don't know what he was talking about. Talking about Scott Fitterer laid out the plan for this guy to gain weight and all that bullshit. He just told you a little raggedy, wormy motherfucker like Bryce Young will have to eat, lift weights, and do all kinds of shit to even get the, you know what I'm saying, 101 pounds. I think, what is he, like 93 pounds or some shit?
Damn,
Hey, y'all see how G Baby was talking that shit when Kendall came on? Now the plot is sticking.
So,
In a lot of ways,
I mean, y'all kidding me with this shit talking about. Y'all kidding me with this shit talking about. You never go up to draft a project, but you get ready to draft the smallest quarterback in NFL history. 103 years.
Hey, G, I want you to respond to that. G, I want you to respond to that.
No, don't get quiet now, G Baby.
Every quarterback ever drafted was a prospect, by the way.
Come on, G. Don't freeze up now.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right here. The only thing you pick to run in is a litter of puppies. That's it.
Hey, he said he can't ride everybody this week.
What are you gonna do when
G.
CJ Watt?
Where is G, baby? Where is G?
I don't know. I'm trying to find him.
A fucking litter of puppies.
You know how Dave Chappelle said, "Where's Ja? Where's G?"
Yo,
no, Kendall brings up a lot.
I want G Baby to answer that question.
He's on mute. Get him off mute. Get G off mute. Get G off mute.
My bad, man. I didn't even hear what I was taking care of my stuff. I didn't even hear what he said.
G-Baby, are you going to buy a CJ Stroud jersey if we pick him?
He called him a puppy, G.
Are you going to buy a CJ Stroud jersey if we pick him?
Bro, I don't have to worry about that. I already bought my Bryce Young jersey.
And you going to burn that shit.
You'll be returning that shit.
No. I ain't got to worry about that shit. I'm like, I put my life on it, bro. I ain't even tripping about this shit.
You gonna have to burn with the.
No, I ain't gonna burn shit, bro. I ain't even worry about it.
You gonna burn?
Bryce,
Hey, go ahead.
Bryce Young Vegas. Bryce Young Vegas.
He's the Vegas odds-on favorite right now.
Yeah, Bryce Young Vegas jersey. So that's where he fall into.
Go ahead, Kendall. Tell G what you call Bryce.
So, guys, I suggest you get $20 and bet your money on CJ Stroud whether he goes or not, and win you some money.
Go bet on Mr. 18% all y'all want, but I already know where the Carolina going, man. This is so obvious. This is easy.
I know because the media told you.
Yeah,
the
media told him.
Well, it is what it is, man.
Hey, can I just say something real quick, man? We've been going live for 3 hours and 34 minutes. If y'all don't hit that motherfucking like button like I ain't stole something from you, then you better get the hell up out of here, bro. I ain't even asking for money. Hit that like button. That's all you need to do for me,
Tell
man.
him again, Cody.
That's all you need to do is hit that like button. Come on now. We've been wrapping up here.
Can I say? I need to say something, man. I wonder how many hours we talk about this decision.
Oh, too
and
many,
this isn't even our job. Imagine what Scott and Frank and Tepper. Imagine the man hours that it's taken to even get to this point. It is absolutely insane how many hours.
You're right. You're exactly right.
The weight is huge.
Oh, hell, King Richardson, the 15.
Hey, you know what? Now that I'm on it. What's up? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell every time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. You already know what we do, man. Panther conversations all the time. That's what we do here, man. Look, I'm gonna let y'all get y'all final shit in. This is your moment. This is
Hey,
your
Cody.
moment. Get
Cody,
it off
let me-
your
let me-
chest now, bro. Come on, Kendall, talk to me.
Hey, yeah, let me get that one because I'm getting ready to go get some fuel and everything. I'm getting ready to
Do
get
your
off.
thing, man.
Just tell. I hope G Baby's got his receipt. That's all I said. He said he got the jersey. I hope he got the receipt. I don't know where the fuck he got one from, but I hope he's got the receipt. So you know what I'm saying, Cody, love you, boy. Hey, Twan, I get with
Love you,
you,
bro. Appreciate
and
it.
everybody else in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I get at y'all, man. Holla
Yeah.
back.
Shout out to Kendall, that goat, bro.
The goat.
Kendall, you're the homie, man. That is the homie. Jay Issue, talk to me, man. Tell me your final thoughts for the show, bro.
Today was lit. That shit was funny. Shout out to Cody, the C3, everybody in the chat. I prefer Stroud, but if it's Bryce, I'm cool with it. It ain't no ill will. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding, man. That's the best one yet. We're gonna support whoever it is, man. Everyone's allowed to have
You
their
ain't got a
opinion.
choice.
G Baby, you already spoke up. So talk some shit, bro.
Oh, hell.
Y'all gonna be so
He
mad, bro.
lost it, y'all. He lost it, y'all. His marbles are spilled all over the floor, y'all.
Holy shit.
You're sounding like the Joker.
All right, let me
out
go
here,
ahead.
for
Let me go ahead and
real,
go
bro.
so I can finish watching my game. So I'm just going to
Watching
end
them
mine like
sorry
this.
ass Knicks. Y'all will never win shit, bro.
No, see what you want me to do is ask you what your team
Donovan
is,
Mitchell
but it don't
shitting
matter.
on y'all, bro. And Donovan shitting on y'all, bro.
No, we up 20.
Yeah, I bet. Are you?
We're about to go up 2-1.
What's the series at?
2-1 us.
All right, Quan, say your final words about the Panthers, man. And then
So here we go,
watch
man.
the
Look,
Chiefs.
right now I'm currently I'm in Raleigh. I'm making an appointment right now. This is all I got to say. I'm making an appointment right now. They got a bed ready for G Baby on Thursday night at the Duke Psych Ward. I'm getting the bed ready for him, straight jacket, because he gonna be in fucking trouble if they don't pick up Bryce Young, bro. I'm trying to tell you, he is gonna be on suicide watch. The hospitals near him are not equipped for that type of shit, so I'm bringing him to the Triangle, man. You know what I'm saying? G Baby, you better
Just make sure you're
pray.
there draft night.
Hey, you
Just
better
make
pray
sure you're
to
there
you
draft
better
night,
pray
'cause I
to the
won't be
guy, the
there.
skinny punks
Hey,
that
I
your
won't be
guys
there. I
picked
won't
on
be there
Thursday
all
night.
night too. So just make sure your ass is there. How about that?
Well, see, but guess what? I already
I won't
said
be
that
there.
whoever we pick, I'm rolling with.
No, you ain't. You don't know who you rolling with. It will change, but by the
How
time
many,
draft
hey,
comes,
Cody, how many times I gotta say CJ Stroud? I've never withered. I've never withered. But if we pick up Bryce Young, that's a great problem. But guess what? Your ass gonna need to be admitted Thursday night. Admitted.
All right. That's Twan's final
Check on your
words.
strong
He's gonna need
friends.
to be admitted, bro. He's gonna need to be admitted, according to Twan. So, damn, bro. Damn, bro. Y'all wild out here.
Trust me, it's gonna be a fucking movie Thursday night. I'm gonna be there. Trust me. It's gonna be a movie. Trust me, man. It's gonna be a movie.
My boy Evan, give me your final thoughts, man.
Hey man, I'm a Stroud guy, but like I'm in the same boat as Twan. I'm fine with whoever we take. I'll support him.
You fine with whoever they take, because you know deep down in your heart, you know who they taking. Of course.
Let that man
Stroud.
finish. Go ahead.
See,
Evan.
either way, I'm getting a processed blue jersey, whether it's number 9 or whatever number CJ would wear, since Shaq's probably gonna keep number 7. But yeah, keep pounding. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Shaq gonna have to come off that shit.
Facts.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of would hope he would, because
Go back to
that number
54.
7 is just classic for Stroud. So
Yeah, man. All right, Evan, keep pounding, brother. I appreciate you.
Hey, you want to know what would throw G Baby if Stroud were to get number 1? Dog.
I bet you wouldn't be mad if Bryce Young had number 1.
No one's wearing number 1, motherfuckers.
You're right.
Not even God himself can wear number one, motherfucker. That belongs to Cameron Jarrell Newton, bro. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Stroud, and he picks number one.
All right, hey man, speaking of number one, my man D's ill skills rocking the number one right on his chest. What you mean, man? D's, I appreciate
Shout
you,
out
brother.
to D's ill skills.
Yeah, you're the man, dog. I'm happy you were able to join and hang out with us for a while, man. What are your final thoughts?
Oh, wow. So much to say. The brevity of this pick coming up, number one, on next Thursday. The weight of it on our franchise. The fire it has lit within the C3 community. The passion that has come out from all the fans about how important this pick is and how important this quarterback is. It's amazing to see. I've enjoyed the journey. I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey with me. It doesn't matter who we pick. We've created a QB nest. Whichever
Perfectly
quarterback
said,
the
my
Panthers
brother.
pick.
Perfectly said.
He read a
Love
book.
you, Twine. And it doesn't matter who the Panthers pick. We're set up for success. Let's enjoy this moment together. We've got C3 members that are going to be in Kansas City for the draft. Let's support those guys. Let's get excited. Let's support the fandom. We're headed in a new direction. The river of failure has changed direction for the Panthers. We're on the way up. In 3 years, we could be in the Super Bowl. They sold Adam Thielen on the Super Bowl. They sold him on that. That come out this week. I read the article myself. That's how they got him here. They told Thielen, we're going to a Super Bowl.
Oh, my God.
It's exciting, guys.
Hey, these preaching, bro.
That's my motivational speaker, y'all.
I don't think anybody can go after that, man. I don't think anybody can go after that.
Yeah, just end it now, Cody.
Hey, Twan predicted us that we were going to pick Kenny Pickett last year, too, boys. So take that for what it's worth.
Man, now you listen to, they go listening to that Kendall bullshit.
I got one more thing. And I'll shut up. Here's my last thing. For Tuesday, the Tuesday night show, I want every single C3 viewer to call in to the cat calls. Throw the number up on the screen, Cody. Let everybody see the number. Write down the number for cat calls right now. I want you to call in Tuesday. I want overwhelming Panthers and C3 support to come in so that they can't even play all the calls on Tuesday. You should be excited for your team. Don't be mad about who we take. I want everybody to call in. Everybody. Say
I only want one number.
Say.
I want G-Baby's number. I want to check on my strong friends. I want G-Baby's number.
Don't call G-Baby.
I want y'all. Yeah.
Don, you are the man, bro. I appreciate that. Yo, Eric 37 said, can these ill skills make the halftime speeches?
Hell
brother,
yeah. That was evil preaching.
You got me pumped up. These, you are the man, bro. You know I love you, dog. And that was incredible, man. I appreciate that love. And, C3, we're out here doing it, man.
That was dope.
Yeah, that's positivity in my heart. Shit.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. And it's for real if you put some positivity in Jesus' heart.
Yeah,
damn. Hey man, let me.
Hey Cody. If you ever mute me again, I'm pushing you out the fucking wheelchair.
Yo,
I swear to God.
Jeez. And I just muted his ass.
Do that shit
again, Muted your ass again. What's up?
You keep doing it, man.
Muted your ass again. What's up? I'm the boss around these parts, bro.
You gonna make me fuck you up, Cody?
Nah, you ain't doing shit. Shut your ass up. You ain't doing a damn thing, bro. All right, man. Let me throw it to my man Poppin. Poppin, you've been patient this whole time. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Tell me some final words, man.
I'm popping bullets. Popping
What's up with y'all? What's up?
We out here.
I ain't want to, over talk everybody because I'm the oddball. I'm the oddball out of the group, which I know that, and I'm good. I stand on that. It's cool. Whoever we get, I'm going to support. I bleed black and blue till I die. The C3 King Cody, I want to extend a hand. See if you'll come and bless our podcast one of these days if you get free time. Man. I'm not good with Twitter, so I don't know how the fuck to DM you. I sent you a message, but I ain't really sure.
How many followers you got? You got a podcast on?
Yeah. I'm on Black Cat Panther Podcast.
Nice, man.
Oh man,
Yo, that's incredible, man. I
stay over
appreciate
there.
that.
Man, popping bullets.
Yeah, tell them where they can find all
Popping bullets
your,
entered the transfer portal and didn't tell nobody, man.
Yo, tell them where they can find your content, Pop.
So you can find us at Black Cat Panther Podcast. We have been the only podcast that really we don't care who we get. The GOAT, he ain't feeling Bryce Young at all. And yeah, I got my ifs and ifs about it, but I'll be cool with whoever we get. But our heart is with AR. So you got 3 guys that's really pulling for AR, the underdog, which is different than every other podcast that's out here, which is fine. You know what I mean? You don't really see 3 guys who all agree that that's who they want. It's weird. It's a weird transition because nobody started off that way. Like everybody was torn at first, and then all of a sudden we all came together on AR, and it's weird because we just did so much research and looked at the tape and broke that shit down, and it's like, man, this guy could really be something. Everybody's not gonna look at it that way, which is fine. But like I said, I want to extend the invitation to Cody, Twan. We're gonna get to you, Jay Ishi. You know you our little brother, bro. Love you over there, bro. You always been showing support ever since day one. And man, you know how we do. Keep it popping. All hail King Richardson.
Yo,
Hey, let me say something real quick.
Wait, hold
man.
up, Twan. Yo, Pop. I put my email in the private chat. I put it just now. So hit me up, brother. I got you, man.
I got something to go off of AR too.
I got something to say about the fans real quick, because you know I'm a lover of the fans, bro. A lot of people do a lot of content, man, but look, I want to give it up to the fans, man, that come to these podcasts. The number one fans to me are the fans that travel, that go check out everybody's podcast, man. You got people like the J Issues of the world that go check out everybody. And the reason why I say that is because of what the 704 show is built on. Before my brother 704 passed away, he was in everybody's podcast, bro, showing love.
Yeah,
so
and
shout
that's how
out to
I've
the
been.
fans that journey and check everybody out.
Yeah, that's how
That's right, man. Hey,
I support everybody.
One of the things that we say around here, the rising tide lifts all boats, man.
Exactly.
There's enough likes and subscribers for everyone. So
yes, sir.
do that thing, man. That's it. I'm gonna go Chad, then we'll go Twan, and then we're gonna get out of here, bro.
Oh, I'm done.
Whoa.
No, JJ, my bad, dog. I'm fucking up. I'm gonna let you go right after Chad, dude.
Yeah, man, you can't forget Gingerbread Man above me.
I know.
No.
My bad.
No, man, I'm kind of an outlier, just like the gentleman that spoke before me with AR. I've grown to love him. I think the man can become sensational, and I'm pulling for him. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, have been for 21 years. And I'm ready to see who our franchise quarterback is going to be, regardless who it is. So if it's AR, absolutely 100% on board. Bryce Young, same way. CJ Stroud, same way.
I like that.
Truth.
I like that.
Truth, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. JJ, last but definitely not least, man. Jump in on this, bro.
Jay Jizzle.
So about a month ago, whenever we signed Andy Dalton, I put it out there. I even mentioned it to the chat to Anthony. I said, man, we might even go Anthony Richardson, because his play style and competent passing in the NFL is what AR lacks, as we know right now. So that's why it's definitely still a question. But like Chad said, and a lot of other people feel like, I'm fine with whoever it is out of the 3. None of us want Will Levis. Let's be real. So I mean, like, whether it's Bryce Young, whether it's CJ, whoever it is, I'm getting that blue and black jersey with their name on the back. And still gonna support the team. I'm going to a Panthers Cowboys game this year. Can't wait for that. I hope they I hope that's their breakout game. You know, I hope they have that rookie slump, and then that's the big old game they have, like Trevor Lawrence did this year.
Yep.
And so really just that. And y'all were talking college football earlier a little bit. Can't nobody fuck with Ohio State. So
Oh Jesus
Christ. That's about it.
Bro, I love JJ. I love JJ, but I ain't no. Wait, JJ, we need. Hey, on the real, guys, we really need to come up with a game of. I've already talked to Emily about wanting to drive up to Charlotte. I've never been to the bank. I want to go. The C3.
Yeah, me neither.
Got to do it, man.
The C3 has to, like, I'm telling y'all, one of these days for the Friday free-for-all, we have to sit down and discuss what game we are going to go to or what we can try to come up with. Because I'm telling y'all, I want to go up. So I would love to meet every one of y'all, shake y'all's hand, like, just embrace y'all's presence. Because y'all, throughout this process, I've grown to feel like all of y'all are a part of family. And that's, and you know, so definitely want to make my way up to Charlotte, man.
Chad.
All of y'all.
So
we're gonna figure something out before the start of the season.
Yeah.
We're gonna pin down a game, and we're gonna.
Hey, Cody, it ain't even just a game. So what y'all gonna do when C3 and 704 Charlotte Bound get together and do this meet and greet, bro? What y'all gonna do then?
Hey man, we're trying to make a fan. We're trying to do fan fest every year.
That's gonna be fucking crazy.
Hey,
I'm down. One last thing.
Oh yeah, man.
Me baby. If that pick is CJ or AR, I'm gonna need you to get that jersey before week 1 and burn that Bryce Young one. That's what
we're not burning.
G baby dipped, bro.
He can keep it.
G baby is here in spirit only, bro. He is.
You see, he tried to. Hey, G baby, put that Atlanta jersey photo up.
G baby's such a troll, bro.
Oh, you should have never put that.
I know, man. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking, man.
Damn.
I knew better too.
They took that shit and abused it.
Knicks, by the way.
I know.
Shout out your Knicks.
Oh yeah, the Knicks are by 30. So congratulate me now.
All right, bro. So we're done, man. We just did damn near 4 hours. This has to be the longest free for all I've ever done. If y'all enjoyed the content, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join our Discord. The link is in the description below. An incredible Discord community, and listen to us on Apple, Spotify. Listen to us everywhere, man. So hey, man, that's it for the C3 Panthers podcast.
Wait, oh, I forgot. There was one thing I wanted to say.
Man,
I got to tell y'all. Listen, forgot to tell y'all on Thursday, man. 704 Charlotte Bound Show. We're gonna be going live around 4 p.m. 4 p.m. We're gonna have a lot of guests coming through. We're gonna try to get Cody and them to come through or whatever. Speak their piece. Get them ready. I don't know what Cody wearing Thursday night. Cody might step out with the suit with the C3 print on the inside of the jacket. You know what I'm saying? It's dress up Thursday night. See what Cody look. Cody, what you doing, man? You wearing the Ralph Lauren or what you stepping out at?
Don't make me stunt on these hoes, bro. Come on, man. Shit, I'll come out here.
Yo, what is y'all's drip? What is y'all's drip for Thursday night, man? What jersey you gonna wear?
I ain't telling nobody yet. I'm gonna be extra drippy. Check the 704 show out. We're gonna be all extra drippy over there. We're gonna be extra saucy.
All right. You already know I got the CJ jersey.
So I cannot wait until the draft, y'all. This has been the final free for all and the build up to the draft. My name is Cody Lashley, 1/4 of the C3 Panthers Podcast. Until next time, keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
Like on it.
Keep pounding, C3.